What is up, NBA fans? What is left of the San Antonio Spurs? It's about to take on, well, what's left of the Philadelphia 76ers. All right. Thank you for tuning into TSR Sports. I'll be doing a live play-by-play commentary reaction scoreboard for my San Antonio Spurs versus the home team, the Philadelphia 76ers. 76ers are out a few guys. They have all their bigs, but it looks like a lot of their guards are hurt, especially all their point guards. Ben Simmons still isn't playing. I'm looking at my own San Antonio Spurs. What a week it's been. DeJounte Murray returns, a chaotic win against the Boston Celtics. I actually wish I was calling that game, but I was just kind of tired. I was not up to it. But what a crazy last 2 minutes. I would have loved to see your reactions, my own personal reaction to that, if I could. But DeJounte Murray comes back. Then Keldon Johnson, Derek White, Devin Vassell, and Thaddeus Young, all in health and safety and are out, I guess, 5, 6, 7 days. Who the heck knows? Things change by the day. Not to mention, I don't think Lonnie Walker or Doug McDermott are back, so Spurs fans are at least hoping. Does this mean Josh Primo, one of the first 2 or 3 guys off the bench, could he possibly start? I have no idea who the Spurs starting lineup is tonight. I have not got a clue. DeJounte Murray will start. Jakob Poeltl will start. That's all I got. What's up, part-time Spurs fan? Is Primo starting? All right. Hey, what? I saw a Spurs story that he might get thrown into the fire, and he's got to get thrown into the frying pan because we're missing so many guards. For once, the San Antonio guards don't have enough guards. What's going on, Zachary? Zachary sounds like my employer. No idea what they're doing. I'll get into that a little bit later. Or just in general, nobody knows what they're doing. What a crazy time we're living in. What's up there? Josh Primo, I'm hearing Cowboy X Factor is probably starting. The Spurs are just decimated with health and safety issues. They're bringing it up right now. Keldon Johnson, Doug McDermott, Devin Vassell, Trey Jones. What? When did Trey Jones go into health and safety? Derek White and Thaddeus Young. What? Trey Jones? I didn't know he was in it now as well. We're not going to have a team pretty soon. Signed Tyler Johnson, Anthony Lamb. Don't even know who they are. The 10-day hard contracts. The San Antonio Spurs are going to be the San Antonio Pistons tonight. What I'm talking about is the Detroit Pistons were fielding out a bunch of G League and 10-day players last time the Spurs played them and lost. And I'm probably going to see that for the Spurs moving forward for the next week or two. They're going to try to not postpone any games. I mean, if there's any silver lining, the Spurs might lose a lot of the games next week, missing all their guys, and a lot of folks want them to tank. I personally don't, chat. I don't want the Spurs to tank, but it could possibly happen. Unintentionally tanking, but we're going to see some of our young guys that we haven't seen. So more Primo, Wieskamp, or whatever, see what we have in these guys and try to enjoy it. What's up? It's your boy Rico. What's going on? If only Spurs coming back that great trip. Well, how about the Fantastic Four? How about David Robinson, Tim Duncan, Manu Ginobili, and Tony Parker? Because they were all on the 2002-2003 championship team. So that is my favorite Spurs team because it had a bit of the old and obviously the very much new and passing the torch. So that's my favorite team. If anybody wants to know. What's on? Go on to Carl. Derek Kellman and Devin are all three. Yep. And Thaddeus Young and Trey Jones is in there now, Carl. I just found out on the Spurs broadcast that Trey Jones has entered it as well. It's just the whole darn team. Yeah, Arcus 3, that's just that's life. At least Megatron, we'll call it Megatron so I don't get in trouble. He seems less deadly than Starscream. Yeah, anyway. Tim Duncan, thank you for being here, making a crazy face. How you doing, Timmy? All right. Oh, it's a high five and Danny Green. He's on the opposing team tonight. What are you doing? Anyway, that's what I'm hoping, Zachary. That's what I'm hoping. That type, get that Pistons type of win and a part-time Spurs fan. That's what I'm excited about too. I'm like, you know what? Who knows what Primo and DJ will give us in the backcourt? Just enjoy it. I don't know. Just try and enjoy it. It's 4 lineup. Which is your favorite? That just missing me from starting. That's it. It was, Felix. It was. If Pop catches it, that's a serious... yeah, Kayla, I am hoping he doesn't. But he's been taken care of, with stuff. And the stuff that's going around seems less lethal. So hopefully he'll be okay. What's going on, Veronica? Thank you for stopping in. Rolla MK, good evening. Sorry I didn't call the Celtics game. It was a hectic, chaotic, crazy ending, but I just did not feel up to it. I'm like, I don't want to force a live stream. And it ended up being, of course, a fantastic game. What a crazy ending. The Spurs play 5 times next week. I'm calling 3 games. I've already decided not to call the Nets game. That's on a 12 on Sunday, and those streams usually don't do too well. It's the last day in the NFL, so I just want to kind of just chill out on Sunday. They play back-to-back on Friday and Saturday. I'm calling the Saturday against the Clippers, but it's going to take off the Cavs game against the game against the Cavs. And I think I'm just going to try to keep it at 3 games a week. Because you guys don't realize I'm putting all the time into this channel, but I'm putting a lot of time into TSR Music, trying to get that channel growing and monetized. And you might be like, you just want to get your music channel so you can make money? No. It's not about making money in the music channel. It's to say I made it, and to actually make money as a musician, even if it's just a nominal amount, I can actually say I'm a professional musician. And I've been into music longer than I've been into sports, and my lifelong dream as a little kid was to be a rock star. While that probably will never happen, I at least want to try, and I'm putting hours in to that channel a week too. So it's obviously, you can only put so much time on YouTube between 2 channels. Did Kyle already get ejected for bouncing the ball? I don't know. I'm ready for a game, Jamal. I'm ready for a game. Didn't see the Knicks come back. King Jorge, good evening. Zach Collins, Robert, I don't know when he's coming back. I seriously would like to do a video on the channel that says Zach Collins is coming back, blah, blah, blah. All I know is after Christmas, and now we could really use him because we're out half the darn roster. Gosh, more than half the roster, and still no word on him. Had 2 tough losses. Oh, did the Knicks come back on the Celtics last night? Ooh. TSR Music, Felix. TSR Music. And man, if I'll put the link in the chat because I'll probably be mentioning it tonight. I see we got mostly yes votes on the weekly recaps. That's cool. They take a lot of time, and it seems like interest is down a little bit, but it's more interest seems based on whether the Spurs win or lose. And I hate to say that, but when they win, those videos do pretty well. When they lose, I sometimes can't even get 1,000 views on them. But I thought about it. I'm like, I still like doing it because I like to see throughout the week how our players are performing. Now, it's going to be very tough to do the recaps moving forward with the lineups just going in and out, in and out. But here's TSR Music, by the way. RJ Barrett hit a game winner. Oh, my Lanta. Bobby February, what's going on? We got DJ Brain, Jakob, Primo, and KPD. Is that the starting lineup? That's TSR Music, by the way, in the chat, if anybody's interested in checking it out. And if you haven't hit the thumbs up, would appreciate it. Fast food, fun, nutritious, and delicious. Is that really the starting lineup? We're going to be small. Which we're used to. I mean, is Brain really starting? Ben Simmons, what's going on? Ben, you're not playing tonight. What's up? I don't know when you're playing again. Tyler got ejected for bounce passing the ball to the ref after the play. Really? Nick Kerr, what's going on? I think the starting lineup, I don't know who the starting lineup is for the Sixers. Curry, Green, Harrison, and Embiid, I expect to start at point guard. They're hurting. So I think Furkan Korkmaz will be starting. I don't know. Thank you, Veronica. I know, Ben. I know. Rolo, yes. Because I could see either one of those really happening at this point. The more the season passes and we get closer to the trade deadline, which is in February, there's a more likelihood that Thaddeus Young's going to get bought out. I really feel like this is probably going to be LaMarcus Aldridge 2.0. Yes, they're doing the start. Okay, it is Furkan Korkmaz, Seth Curry, Matisse Thybulle, Tobias Harris, and Joel Embiid. My goodness, for anybody that watched the Celtics broadcast team against the Spurs, if you didn't catch the video I did about the 4 players being out, they were calling players the wrong names all night. I know occasionally I'm off, or actually if I don't know a player, I just don't say their name. I'll just say I don't know who that is. But they literally called the Celtics announcers, Trey Jones and Bryn Forbes, both called them Derek White at one point in the night. So you called Derek White, and then 2 other Spurs players, Derek White. Those 3 guys really don't look that... I could see maybe Trey Jones, if you're not paying attention, calling him Derek White by accident. But they don't even correct themselves. They just kind of go along like it's correct. They called Jacques Landale, Jakob Poeltl. They called Devin Vassell, Kellen Johnson. And I'm sure there were more that I just missed because I was half paying attention to their announcing. But it was terrible. I'm like, this is your career. I do this for fun. I mean, I know I expect you not to know some of our players, but geez. Josh Primo, KBD, Jakob Pertl, Bryn Forbes, and DeJounte Murray. We get to see Primo. What's up, Tracy? I mean, yeah, no, they don't. Well, maybe Trey, if you saw the hair flying through the air, you could get a little confused and think that's Derek White. I don't know, but Bryn Forbes. Yes, no, Zachary, the Bulls announcer is called Luka Samanic DeMar DeRozan. I'm not going to say it, but one of these things is not like the other, and that one just doesn't even make sense. Jacques Lindale and Jakob Pertl, all right. At least they're both big, tall, but DeMar DeRozan and Luka Samanic, no, I'll leave it at that. Players are on the court, and away we go. Oh my gosh, I don't know what to make of this first team tonight. I don't know who's going to be primary off the bench. I'll just try to enjoy the game. Yeah, Robert, I've been voting. I've been Twitter tagging him on everything, and it looks like it's just... Yeah, I did a video that had like 2,500 views, and 5 people tagged DeJounte Murray on my post on Twitter. It's just... I think fans are giving up because they see it's not going to happen. And it's probably not, but giving up's not helping either. DeJounte Murray pull-up jumper is a total brick. By the way, Tobias Harris hit the early bucket for the Sixers. He was in the paint. Kind of a layup dunk type shot. Curry with the drive and the runner, and it's good. Not Steph Curry, Seth Curry rocking the headman. Call Primo? No, I'm not calling. Hey, Jesus. Yes, Primo's starting, Phil. Bryn Forbes is starting. KBD's starting. We're missing everybody. Jakob Pertl with the jump hook. From the pass from KBD, no good. Spurs still looking for their first bucket after a minute into the game. It is Sixers ball. And, oh boy, Joel Embiid guarded by KBD. I don't know about all that. Curry back to Embiid. Embiid in the paint. Gets half the Spurs off their feet. No good. Pertl lands into him, and that's going to be a foul on Jakob Pertl. So how many Derek Whites will be playing tonight? At least 3, apparently, Rolo. Even though he's out, 3 Derek Whites will be out there. Murray Dudson. Yes, DeJounte Murray's still in the NBA. What's up, Texas Liberty? 9%. Look what's going on. I hope it's a good game, too. This is a Spurs starting lineup we've not seen this year. We only actually have 2 normal starters in the lineup. KBD has done spot duty and has played admirably well. Embiid misses the first free throw. He's got 1 more left. But Josh Primo and Bryn Forbes, I know Primo's making his first start this year. I don't think Bryn Forbes has started. Correct me if I'm wrong in the chat. But I think he's been bench duty. Embiid coming into the game averaging 26.7. That's top 10 NBA. The whole team is Derek White. All right. Alex, it would have. It would have. I've changed my workout schedule. I'm working Josh Primo's in the paint. Gets to the defense, throws it up. It bounces around and finally goes in for our man, number 11, Josh Primo. I've changed my workout schedule. I'm eating healthier. I'm going to work earlier, so I'm more tired at night now. I have more energy throughout the day. Curry pull-up jumper is good, but I'm still not acclimated to all the changes I've made since the first, which is only a week. So I was just a little burned Wednesday night. Jakob Pertl, that runner in the paint. Oh, total brick city. Curry with the rebound. Spurs offense looking sluggish, but these guys this unit's not played together. Embiid off-balance jumper, no good. And he gets fouled by Jakob Pertl again. That's 2 on Jakob Pertl in the first 2 minutes. Are they cringe, Bobby? Are they worse than the Celtics announcers that called our players the wrong name all night? Lonnie's still out, Felix. Lonnie's still out, reconditioning. So, yeah. We're missing 3 normal starters, and really our 2 primary players off the bench are Lonnie and Devin Vassell. Embiid's first free throw was good. Yeah, Jacques Landale's coming in, and now we have a timeout with the Sixers up 8-2, only 2 minutes into the game. And I wouldn't say we're done. We could always go with that. Hey, maybe Jacques Landale will have an amazing first quarter. I'm not giving up on the team. What's up, hey, Ofa? Optimus Primo with his first start in the NBA, 19 years old, the youngest player in the NBA. And, It is what it is, Spurs fans. We're going to have, I think the rest of the season's going to be up and down. And we're going to have a rough stretch with a lot of players out. It just is what it is. You can't pluck that many people off your team and expect to win games. You might win a game here and there, but it's going to be rough. That being said, we want to see what we have with these young guys and also develop them. And they're going to get a chance to develop over these next few games a lot because they're going to have to play a ton of minutes. Veronica, Doug back next week. The bigger question is, when does Zach Collins play? When's he going to be ready? Exactly, Malmine. For the growth, not the win. Softener. Downy fabric softener. I'm glad you clarified that. I was going to say, ooh, that's harsh, but the fabric softener, I got you. Never-ending Eubanks. Lonnie Walker is playing tonight. Is he? Oh, okay. He must be bench duty. All right. Wait, is Eubanks really coming in over Landale? Are you serious? Rolo, I'm not reading that. Good one. I think, is Kaycock available tonight? Demonte Kaycock was, I think, reconditioning. I don't know if he's good to go or not. Francisco Guerrero, what's going on? Thanks, NBA Pass, for going to a loading screen. Oh, it's coming back. Veronica, what's the next week thing? We're out a ton of guys until next week. I know that much. It is what it is. Most of the NBA has. It seems like the best teams haven't been decimated by this yet, have they? The Phoenix Suns, the Golden State Warriors, the Lakers had some issues, but have like the Suns and Warriors been really hit with the health and safety yet? I feel like the top teams haven't been hit with it yet, and when they do, it's obviously going to hurt them a little bit. Eubanks will play better. Deanna B, probably Carlos. Yes, Devontae is there. Seriously, give some respect to Jakob. He's definitely top 10. I don't know about top 5, Bobby. If I would agree top 10, I would not argue top 10. He's definitely outplaying his contract. Yes, Dougie till next week, Veronica. Eubanks is 6 fouls. Wow. He did that, Phil. What's going on, C. Leo? They're healthy, but it's the whole reconditioning thing. Drew Eubanks is checking in the game. Oh, boy. Makes a second free throw. 9-2. Spurs with 1 bucket in the first 2 minutes. The 76ers already have 4 free throws and made 3 of them, all Embiid. The Spurs have not taken a free throw as of yet. Bryn Forbes, pull-up jumper, is going to roll around and good after pick and roll with Drew Eubanks. Yeah, Zachary, I don't want to say it, but I was thinking it. Ben, I don't even know if the players had it. They just, I don't even understand what's happening, so I'm not even going to try to explain it. I don't get anything that's happening in any sports with that or even the world. Nice pass by Embiid, and he finds an open Matisse Thybulle under the hoop, so he's checking in for the Sixers. Easy dunk. Who the heck came out of the game already? Josh Primo loses the ball in the paint, and the Sixers on the run. They got a 3-on-2. And Tobias Harris flies up for the layup, and it's now 13-4. All right, DeJounte Murray, double pick and roll into the paint, passes it out. KBD for 3. KBD! All right, maybe KBD can go for 30 tonight. I don't know. Yasirski, what's going on? I hope it's not a blowout either. I just hope it's not a blowout. And Josh Primo almost with the steal, but he knocks it out of bounds. It'll stay with the 76ers as he knocked the ball out of Korkmaz. Not a common name there, my friends. Not a common name. Me too, Stevie. Me too. Embiid goes at Eubanks, gets double team, pull-up jumper, and fouled again. Foul on Josh Primo. Let me take a look at the replay. Embiid in the post. A little ticky-tack touch foul, but that's the NBA. It's all the touch fouls. See, Leo, Brandon World, what's going on? Josh Primo, Bryn Forbes, DeJounte Murray, Jakob Poeltl, and KBD. We're the starting lineup for the Spurs tonight. So a very, very different type of... He made the free throw, 16-7. Spurs fans, thank you for being here. If there's any 76ers fans, thank you for hanging out. Murray looking to get it to Primo. Primo in the paint, out to Eubanks. Eubanks picks up his dribble, back out to Forbes. 7 on the shot clock. Forbes, pick and roll. No pick, no roll. Cross court to KBD. KBD's going to launch a long deuce in and out. Eubanks swats the ball in the air. It's caught by the 76ers, Korkmaz. Embiid with the ball, pull-up jumper. Back rim, no good. KBD with the rebound. Get the KBD chance going in the chat. DeJounte, nice crossover, pull-up jumper over nothing. That hit brick. It may have been partially blocked by Embiid. 8 minutes to go. Spurs down 16-7. 5 rebounds for the Sixers. 1 rebound for the Spurs. Harris just spins around Josh Primo and throws down a light dunk, and it's already 18-7. Oh boy. All right. Felix, he's going to get every call. Absolutely. Dingalingus, there is 7 minutes and 38 seconds left. Drew Eubanks in the paint. Throws it out, gets tipped. Bryn Forbes catches the tip ball. 10 on the shot clock. Forbes starts to take off, gets to the free throw line. Pull-up jumpers, back rim, no good. Drew Eubanks swats it back to Bryn Forbes. Forbes takes off again, throws it up, and foul before the shot. There you go, it kills. Go Spurs go no matter what. Is Ben Simmons sitting next to Pop? I don't know, is he? What's good, Taylor? Happy New Year to you. The Kermit's not a good start. Oh, channel member, thank you for being in the chat, by the way. I got to shout out to channel member. Thank you. Appreciate you supporting the channel. I'm going to do something soon for my members. Jante just dribbling on Embiid. And an up and down travel. Left his feet, came down, and I don't know if it was an up and down or travel. It's a turnover, and the Spurs look a little rough right now. Yeah, we got to look at growth tonight. You can't be looking at they could still win. I mean, I'm not going to say they can't. It's going to be a huge mountain to climb. Embiid with the ball in the post against Eubanks. Spin around, turn around. Jay is good. (20-7). 6:55 to go. Murray finds Primo for a baseline 3. Hey! Josh Primo for 3. Josh Primo, 5 points already. Lucas, I'm going to do something. I'm just not going to announce it. I'll put it in the community notes, and I'll have all the list of members before I announce it, so people will just slide in just to be a member for one day, and then go. But thank you for being a channel member, Lucas. Can we sign every Spurs retired number to a 10-day contract? I don't think so. Hey, you know what? There's one thing to be excited about if you're a Spurs fan. Josh Primo got the start tonight. Let's see what this kid can do. Maybe he could go off. It's asking a lot, but it would be something. KBD almost would have steal. Harris with the runner, and it's good. Almost a turnover for the Sixers, but they recovered, and they're on pace to score 44 in the first quarter. They're 9 of 12 from the field. Spurs are 4 of 10. DeJounte crossover. Whips it back out to Forbes. Forbes in three-point land. Pick and roll with Drew Eubanks. Pull up from around the free throw line. In and out burger. Tobias Harris with the rebound. We were down by 10. Luke, now it's 12. Curry pull-up jumper. Rattles in and out and in. The Sixers are on fire. At Francisco, I would love to see Josh Primo go for 30. I mean, 20 shots for Primo. Why not? I mean, I got to have something to get excited about. And if the Spurs are going to lose, which if they keep going like this, it's going to be rough, let's at least get our man Primo some points. Eubanks jump hook is good. I thought I saw dust in my hat. Maybe I didn't. Wow, Alex. Let's get Jacques Landale in there. I thought Jacques Landale was the primary. Well, maybe they're waiting until Embiid comes out. I don't know. Curry for 3. Back rim, no good. Forbes skies for the rebound. NBA champion Bryn Forbes, gets the rebound. Murray, crossover into the paint. Throws it over and turns it over. Another turnover for the Spurs. I believe that's 3. Sixers bring it down the other end. Embiid with the ball in the paint. And gets fouled by Josh Primo. That's a second foul. Yeah, there you go. It kills one. Now Josh Primo has a second foul. He's going to get sit. We'll hit the short-handed players. Benjamin Lin, it's happening to a lot of teams in the NBA. I know some people have commented on my videos that this sucks. It's not fair to the Spurs. I'm like, it's not fair to a lot of teams. It is what it is. And when you're a losing team, it hurts even more. When you don't have, that superstar to carry when you're out a bunch of players. Embiid's at the line, makes another free throw. Luke, what's going on? Welcome to TSR Sports. Thank you for coming a channel member. And we got another timeout or some substitutions. 4:56 to go in the first quarter. Danny Green, former San Antonio Spur, and NBA. How many championships did Danny Green won? 2, 3? 3? I don't know. He's checking the game. Me too, Brandon. And he might be starting Sunday as well. Jacques Landale is checking in the game. And we've got the Twin Towers. Sort of. Yak and we got this version of a Twin Towers. Lonnie Walker's checked in. Drew Eubanks and Jacques Landale are out on the floor. Joe Wieskamp, Joe Mama has checked in. So we actually have 4 guys that can shoot the 3 on the floor. Eubanks really the only one that can't. And now another foul on Embiid. He is getting every call every time they're down at the end. Now I got the wrench and the emoji. TSR cook? No TSR cooking. TSR music and this channel. If I had a beefier computer, I would do a TSR gaming channel because I would stream while I'm gaming. I wouldn't be not doing anything that I'd just be doing it. But I also tend to swear a little bit on those, so I don't really want to put that up. Luke, nice. That's supposed to be Bane, by the way. That's when Papa's looking like Bane. I think I even named it Bane, right? TSR. He does have 3 rings. Sake of the curve. I thought it was 3. 26 to 12. 4:36 to go. Who's this checking in? I don't even know who that is. Dude's got half his hair is brown, half his hair is blonde. Number 16. Who this? Sixers down some guys, so there'll be some different players playing tonight. I do play Magic the Gathering, but I play Paper Magic on Spell Table with some friends. Spurs ball. Who the hell's 28? Is that Morris? And Drew Eubanks gets into paint, throws on a thunder dunk of justice. There's some Spurs players on the court now. I don't even know who that is. We got a Spurs player. I don't know who that is. I don't know Jalen Morris's number, so this is embarrassing, but we have a lot of guys on 2-way contracts. Curry, guarded by Eubanks, tries to force it into Embiid. Embiid just throws it up, and it's no good. Gets the ball back, throws it up, also no good. Landale with the rebound. Lonnie Walker brings it up back to Jacques Landale, over to Joe Mama. Joe Mama for 3. No good. Tyler Johnson, thank you. I thought his name said Johnson, but I was like, I don't know who this is. 3-pointer for the Sixers is a brick. Embiid gets the rebound, and now just everybody's getting tied up with the ball, and Johnson pulls the ball away, and then he loses it. It's still Sixers ball. Baseline 3 is good. Wow. Curry for 3, and that's something we've said a lot in our life if you're an NBA fan. Curry for 3. Jacques Landale over to Lonnie Walker, who's back from health and safety. Second chance point. Sixers with 8. Spurs with 0. And Danny Green blocks Lonnie Walker down the other way. It's up and in and good by a guy with blonde hair. And is he wearing eyeliner? Or his eyes just like that? I don't know who number 16 is, but he's got, yeah. What's going on, Evan? Yes, Phil. It's Joel Embiid. Or did I get, wait. Okay, yeah. That free throw is good. I still don't know who 16 is. Let's get channel member. Thank you for stopping in. Jalen Morris is 16. Thank you. Appreciate it. Ball's going to be knocked out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Spurs. 2:57 left, 33 to 14. Actually, I'm just going to pull up Google real quick, make sure I got it's Tim Brown Jr. So that 16 is Tim Brown. Okay. He's got some crazy hair. I mean, hey, if you can do it, go for it. Danny Green did Pumpkin Lonnie. He did. Blocking from behind. Alex, it's yeah, it's a rough start so far. I don't think that was a part-time Spurs fan. He was starting to come. He had actually a good game against the Celtics, and then he done. I don't know, Juan. It looks like he's wearing eyeliner. Now his eyes might just be like that. There's a dude from Lost. I don't know the actor's name. He was one of the islandy guys, but he always looks like he has eyeliner on. I think he was also in. Was he in the Batman movies? But he looks like he has eyeliner, but he's not. His eyes are just like that. Who else says Jalen Morris for the Spurs? Lonnie is such a bust. He's not met the expectations of a lot of fans. Gosh, 33-14. It hurts just looking at this. There's going to be Spurs out there I don't recognize at some point. Whatever. I didn't realize George Niang is coming to the game. Wait, so who started? Embiid, Curry. Oh, Green's coming off the bench. I thought Green was starting tonight. My bad. That's why I was surprised when Thibault was in there. I haven't said Niang's name yet. Brown. I guess I'll just cross these names off, and then as they come in. Wait, number 16. His name's Charlie Brown? The dude with the hair is Charlie Brown Jr. Charlie Brown. Yeah, I love that. All right. Charlie Brown is the, I kid you not, Charlie Brown. Yeah, Jesus Chinchillas, it is. It's Guy Liner. Nice. What's up, the Insane 210? 6 fouls to 1. Gabriel, what's going on? Yes, Charlie Brown from the Peanuts. Charlie Brown. Oh, my goodness. Charlie Brown Jr. Can't make this stuff up, my friends. Can't make this stuff up. Well, we're still in a timeout, and I hope this game doesn't get worse before it gets better. Mine was a little over the hill. James Brown, I feel good. I don't think too many Spurs fans are feeling good about the score right now. Joel Embiid is 7 of 9 from the free throw line already. Joe Mama for 3, no good for the Spurs. 2:50 to go. Sixers still trying to see if they can get to 40 to really just ouchie us. George Niang over to Curry. Curry open for 3, back to Niang, back to Curry. Curry's going to pull up for a deuce. He's going to drop a deuce on the Spurs. Forbes has a broken nose? What? Are you serious? Did it happen in this game? Drew Eubanks at the free throw line. Back out to Jacques Landale. He's going to launch the 3. Hey! Jacques Landale for 3. What's up, Asia channel member? Thank you for being here. Appreciate your support. Thank you for stopping in. Hope you're having a good night. I'm having a rough night watching my Spurs right now. Embiid back to Curry. Curry open for the same shot he just made, and it goes in. Literally almost the same exact spot, Spurs and Sixers fans. Curry hit that shot. Lonnie Walker out on three-point land, guarded by Charlie Brown. Over to Drew Eubanks. Eubanks back to Landale. Landale just takes a long 2 and drops the deuce. Jacques Landale, back-to-back buckets. He's heating up. Oh, did he? He might just got hit in the nose. I didn't even know Forbes had a bloody nose. Curry with the ball again. Nice backdoor pass. Embiid in the paint. Almost turns it over. Swatted out of bounds by Drew Eubanks. It'll stay with the Sixers. 1:22 to go. Up 37-19. 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Guy and Prince, what's up? Let's go. And Joe Wieskamp coming out of the game. Seth Curry coming out of the game. Didn't see who came in for him. DeJounte Murray checked back in for the San Antonio Spurs. We get the ball into Embiid in the post against Drew Eubanks. Gets double teamed by our towers, Eubanks and Landale. Takes an off-balance jumper. No good, no foul. Goes down looking for the foul. No call this time. Landale up to DeJounte Murray. I don't think DeJounte Murray scored yet. And DeJounte Murray gets pickpocketed by Charlie Brown. And then does pickpocket him back down the other end and knocks it out of bounds. But DeJounte Murray turned the ball over to Charlie Brown. Suplex City. Wow, you went Brock Lesnar on that one, huh? Brock Lesnar. Anyway, Andre Drummond checked in for Sixers. Thibault checking back in. So yeah, I saw Sidney Poitier died. Rest in peace. Yeah, Tim's probably looking at this game like, what? Sixers ball right now, 14 on the shot clock. Yang for three, no good. And it's going to be knocked out of play by Charlie Brown. And it'll be Spurs ball. DJ's 0 for 2. Yeah, I figured he hadn't made a shot yet. San Antonio Spurs janitor checked in. Ouch! Oh my. Lanta. Jante, guarded by Yang, drives into the paint and turns the ball over to Charlie Brown. And the Sixers on a fast break again. Drummond into the paint, throws it up. Another turnover for DeJounte. He played so well against the Celtics. So well. Now, granted, he's playing with a lot of guys that he doesn't normally play with. The Sixers are 15 of 25 from the field. The Spurs 8 of 19 and down by 20 in the first quarter. And the Sixers really harassing the Spurs tonight. Murray passes it across to Landale. Landale over to Lonnie Walker for three. Nope. And the Sixers can hold for the last shot. And they will hold for the last shot. Ball's going to be knocked out of play. It'll stay with Philly. And there's 2.1 seconds on the clock. Don't forget Dan Reeves, Asia Robertson, former New York Giants coach, also passed away. I'll be keeping an eye out to see if any Giants content comes out if the game is over. Okay, Cowboy X Factor. I'm sure I'll be trolling them some way, unless they actually win. Pull up three at the buzzer. Air ball. Korkmaz misses the Spurs and the first quarter down by 20. It's all good. It's not your fault, Asia. What's up, Glaze and Bacon? Man, I need me some K-Cock. Like, we all need some K-Cock. It's good for you. Coffins, yeah, I mean, CeeLo, I think he's probably trying to do too much tonight with so many guys out. It's early in the game, but I did not expect the Spurs to beat the Sixers, even if all the players were healthy. We didn't expect this to win if we had all our guys, but this is, this is what should be happening. Let's be honest. You got a superstar, all-star in Joel Embiid, and the Sixers still have a lot of their key components as far as I know, except for Ben Simmons, of course. And our team's missing three of our starters and arguably our best bench player in Devin Vassell. So this should be happening. I mean, we started a 19-year-old who's getting his first start in the NBA. We started Bryn Forbes, who, while he can score, NBA champion Bryn Forbes, defensive specialist, he's not. Preach it, Rich. All right, Luke. Yes, Betty White would have been 100, which, had she lived, she couldn't play with Legos anymore. So, I mean, at least she passed away, rest in peace, still being able to play with Legos. Rest in peace, Betty. There you go, Phil. I gotta say, I hope this is not how my weekend plays out, my friends. With the Spurs, hopefully this doesn't continue and they get annihilated tonight. Then they play the Nets, and that's going to be even worse. Kyrie Irving's back, and Kyrie's playing well, and I think that's in Brooklyn, so I assume Kyrie can't play. That's such a whatever. But they're going to be at full strength, I believe. Kevin Durant, James Harden. We're still going to be missing a ton of guys. That's going to be a rough game. I'm not calling that game. Then the Giants play. While they're playing the dysfunctional Washington football team, the New York Giants are trotting out Jake Fromm again, whose lifetime quarterback rating is, 25? They can't throw the ball more than 6 yards. I mean, Poirier was 94? Dang. Landell's got 5 points, Carl. What's up, Sarah? DJ just... Somebody mentioned in the chat earlier, maybe he's trying to do too much with half the roster being out. Yes, it's your boy Rico. Josh Primo, unfortunately, though, had foul trouble in the first quarter. He had 2 of them, so we're not going to see him if he's in foul trouble. Ben Simmons for Derrick Rose and 2 to 4 first-round picks. If you agree, like the video. Derrick Rose? I don't remember what team Derrick Rose is on. Is he back on the Bulls? I don't watch the Celtics, Asia. I don't watch any NBA unless it's the Spurs now. So, no, I did not see the Celtics Knicks. If any more of our guys... Yeah, right? Take a 10-day contract? And now foul. And the 76ers tied a season high for most points in the first quarter this year with 39. You want to see K-Cock start at point guard? Rose is a Nick. Oh, okay. I don't even know where he is. Spurs ball to start the second Q. DeJounte Murray into the paint, throws up the layup, and one. Hey, he got a bucket. Suck it. That's a bucket. What? Josh, I've watched every game except for one. Maybe I have watched every game. I haven't called every game. And moving forward on the channel, yes, I'm still going to do Spurs content. This is primarily a Spurs channel first, and then a Giants United States Women's National Team channel second. But I think I'm going to limit myself to 3 streams a week now. Just I've got a lot going on, a lot of stuff. I really want to focus on my music channel because I love music. I mean, I've loved music since I was 6. I got into sports, or I got into the New York Giants when I was about 13ish, and the Spurs when I was about 14. No, Giants when I was 12, and the Spurs when I was 13. But music's always been my number one passion, and I was like, you know what, I want to focus on that. And I'm in the recording studio right now, laying down the music for a track. That's done. I need to lay the vocals down this weekend, and we have a foul on the Spurs, non-shooting foul for the Sixers. Not doing well, Zachary. I think we only. Let me. It's a serious petition to get rid of Joe Judge. Just say no to Joe. We have 14 signatures. So hey, my Spurs fans in the chat, if you can help me get rid of Joe Judge, and I don't like advocating for people to get fired, but in this case, the dude is not ready to be an NFL coach, and that's a turnaround jumper, and that's good for Tobias Harris. But he should not be in the NFL. Maybe in 5 years he needs some seasoning, clearly in way over his head. So this is my petition to have Joe Judge gone. What's up, Malungu? So to my Tim looks great. It's a goofy face. I'm at the same job, but I found out today, my friends, when I got reinstated on November 10th, they didn't reinstate my health insurance. So yours truly has been uninsured for the last 2 months during a P to the N to the, DEMIC. I'm not happy about that at all. Some people have said I can maybe sue the state for that. I'm really angry about that. My boss is like, nah, you were still uninsured. They just didn't put it in the system. I'm like, what if I had to go? I mean, the ER, I guess, can't reject you. But yeah, I've been uninsured unbeknownst to me for 2 months. And I'll just leave it at that. Was angry for like an hour this morning. Forbes with the pass to Jakob Poeltl. Jakob with the layup. Hey, don't look now, but it's a 17-point game. Yes, Asia, I did see you signed. Share it on the Twitters too if you could. Your Facebook, your TikTok, send it via mail. I don't know. And Johnson with the steal. DeJounte Murray will get the ball. Spurs have a fast break. Forbes is going to launch a 3. Short, no good. Bryn Forbes having a rough night. And Sixers trying to go fast break down the other end, and they will. That's a huge dunk for Tobias Harris. Nice, Josh. I love making music. I'm a metal guy. And ever since I recorded my first album, we'll call it, in 1989 when I was 12, which was just me playing the guitar and my buddies singing and playing just crap. Forbes goes backdoor, pass from Jakob. No room there, gets it back to Jakob. Little jumper is good. And why can Jakob make like those 7-foot jumpers, but he can't hit a dang free throw? Yeah, but you still help a brother out and sign the petition. Sixers ball, 17-point game. I mean, we were down by 20. Maybe we can chip away the lead. Thibault will get into the paint to Andre Drummond. Drummond goes around Jakob Poeltl, throws up the layup. It rolls off the rim, no good. KBD with the rebound, and DeJounte will bring it up for the Spurs. 9.5 minutes to go in the first half. Forbes to DeJounte. DeJounte back to Forbes. Forbes can't handle the pass. Then he steps up and launches a 3, and he actually makes it. Hey, it's a 14-point game. Yes, Asia, we got about 5 inches. But it was very light, very fluffy. It was extremely easy to shovel. My whole driveway's clear. My sidewalk's clear. My deck is clear. So, I mean, unlike my old state, Virginia, we're in a timeout, by the way, my friends. Virginia got shut down. I-95 was shut down for over 24 hours. People were trapped in their cars, or at least their car was stuck on the highway for over 24 hours. I think I read it was a 27-hour commute. Malengo, the petition right here to get rid of Joe Judge. Hey, we're at 69 thumbs up. That's a good number. Right there. That's the Joe Judge gotta go petition. It's nothing personal against him. Seriously, I wish him the best. But he's not ready to be an NFL head coach. And his recent press conferences show me he's way in over his head, and especially in a market like New York. I wish he worked out, but yeah, some coaches aren't ready yet for prime time. Bill Belichick, when he first started as a head coach in Cleveland, terrible. and then eventually became one of the greatest head coaches, if not the greatest of all time. He just needed some seasoning. I don't know Johnson at all. Yeah, we got. I did say that, Rich. Yep, Rich 2022. We got about 5 inches. I heard you got 6 inches. What? I heard that too, Zachary, that they didn't pre-treat the roads. They were not ready for that storm at all. A friend of mine was without power for 3 days. Another friend was out power for 2 days, a day and a half, 2 days. I mean, he said in his house it was below 32 when they went to bed, and they had like 6 blankets or 7 blankets. That's just ridiculous. All right, the insane one. I mean, I'm not, but all done to see. Yeah. What's up, Mars? Thanks for stopping in. The Spurs were down by 20, but they're starting to chip away a little bit. So, chipping at the lead. That's all we can hope for is stay competitive tonight and make a game out of it. Coast to coast coverage. Evan Fournier went for 41 last night. Brandon Ingram dropped 32. Cameron Johnson 24. I guess they're showing some highlights. That's right. The Warriors lost last night to the Pelicans. Any given Sunday. Oh. Josh Callan's inconsistent. Very inconsistent. There's at times where he looks like he shouldn't be starting, and at times where he looks like he should be. I wasn't expecting this much inconsistency out of Keldon this year, but unfortunately he's been wildly inconsistent. Him and Derek White, which is why the Spurs, I think, have been struggling. Jakob has been fairly solid all year. DeJounte Murray's been fairly solid all year. Doug McDermott, for what he's been asked to do, has been at least consistent there. But Derek and Keldon have been very, very up and down. Where one night they'll give you 20 or 25. The next night they'll look like they forgot how to shoot the damn ball. And another foul. Oh, it's an offensive foul on Tobias Harris. He is hitting his threes, though. What's up, Mr. Beluga? And don't forget, Keldon Johnson started the season hitting about 14% of his threes for the first 10 games. So he's definitely turned his season around. 5 turnovers for San Antonio, 2 for Philly. DeJounte pull-up jumper, in and out, and in and in. Okay, that thing bounced all around left and right. Steph struggling against Dallas, that's what it was. Carl, I hope you're right. I want to see Keldon average 20 a game. I got his jersey. Harris passes it out, and the three-point attempt is no good by, I can never say this guy's name, Korkmaz. Spurs down by 12, by the way. DeJounte crossover to Jakob Poeltl. Jakob gets fouled in the paint. Fouled by Thibault. What's up, Butterfly? Butterfly, well, we're a hodgepodge of players tonight. The starting lineup was Jakob Poeltl, DeJounte Murray, KBD, Josh Primo, and Bryn Forbes. Yeah, that's not our normal starting lineup. We're missing a ton of players, but you know what? Maybe we can pull the Detroit Pistons like they beat us and have a bunch of guys you're not familiar with. Jakob Poeltl made a free throw. Shut the front door. What's up, Rudy? Are we on 11-2? All right. That's why I want Devo and Primo up to plant D. White and Keldon more upside. He missed the second one. There's a shocker. Spurs get the offensive boards. It's tipped out of the paint, so the Spurs can cut this to single digits, Spurs fans. Forbes just launches a quick three off the pick and roll. No good. Forbes not having a good shooting night. Part-time Spurs fan, I don't know if I'd say that. And now a turnover by the Sixers. Yes, Nikola, Keldon Johnson, Derek White, Thaddeus Young, Devin Vassell, all in health and safety, out for 5 days, 6 days, 7 days. I don't know. I feel like that changes like the weather. Forbes to Jakob in the paint, and the Spurs are down by single digits. All right. Okay. 10-0 run by the Spurs in the last 2 minutes and 11 seconds. Pull up three. Dang it. Batiste, Thibault. There goes the run. Biggest step of what's going on. Lonnie is back. He did not play much in the first quarter. DeJounte to KBD. KBD with a tough layup. No good. Wanted the foul. Not going to get it. 46-34. 7:20 go. Now pull up three is no good by Curry. Drummond with the rebound and then gets blocked from behind by DJ. But another foul on the Spurs. Yeah, I spoke too soon. Yeah. I don't know who the foul's on yet. DJ, maybe? 2 free throws for the Sixers coming up. Andre Drummond's not a good free throw shooter. His first free throw, of course he makes it because I said that. Watch him make them both. Joe Johnson, Lonnie Walker checking in, Primo checking out. Does Primo have 3 fouls? This is my first time seeing Joe Johnson play, so I don't know what. Him from what? Yeah, Carl, they're bringing players back quickly. That free throw is no good. Jakob with the rebound. Josh, no idea on the draft. I don't follow college basketball. I know NBA fan. I do not follow college hoop. I don't. Forbes for 3. Gets knocked down. No whistle. Ball will be knocked out of play. It's going to stay with the Sixers. And Bryn Forbes finally gets up. Forbes having a very rough night tonight. I don't know what he's shooting, but I feel like it's like 1 of 8 or 2 of 8. Yeah, Malongo, KB, his offense is limited, but for the low contract he was given, he's definitely lived up to his contract. Something we can't say about all the Spurs. I hate to say it. I will do some draft videos once we know where we're picking, because it's hard to say, I want this player. Well, what if the player wants a projected top 3 pick and you're drafting 10th? Then why bring it up? Embiid is good with the jumper. So when I kind of know our position, I'll start researching what players are available at that position and lower and a little over, and who I think, they have a chance of getting. Diop in the paint throws it up. No good. Going to get fouled. Go to the line for 2. I heard a little on that on B-Town Breakdowns channel. They were talking about Harbaugh being the next Bears coach. That's a great move for the Bears, I think. What's Nagy is their current coach? He hasn't shown anything. I agreed, Alex. Agreed. I don't know, Joe Johnson. I couldn't tell you a thing about Joe Johnson. And that's a different Johnson on my wall. Free throw's good. Joe Mama checking in for the Spurs. Joe Wieskamp. Alex, yes. Yes, they've been torching us all night. KBD's second free throw is good. He's been struggling a little bit here and there from the line this year, like most of our team. But you know what? We're down by 20, down by 13. Just keep chipping away at the lead. Get it to around 10 at the half. If you get to single digits, great, but just stay in the game. Danny Green's checked back in for the Sixers, former San Antonio Spur, and we're going to have a foul on the Spurs. 6:17 to go. Yeah, Luke, I'll take Harbaugh over. Yeah, I'll take Harbaugh over what we got right now. Danny Green to Tobias Harris. Harris going to pick and roll with Embiid. Tosses to Embiid. Embiid's pull-up jumper. In and out burger. Harris with the rebound. The putback is good. What's up, Ace Jude? Thank you for stopping in. And now another whistle. Timeout. The Sixers have 13 second chance points. The Spurs have 2. Yeah, struggle's real. But you know what? I don't know what. Yeah, and Joel Embiid's haven't scored a lot of points too, which I think we all expected him to go off tonight. I didn't think we were going to hold him to like 10. That'd be something if we could. What am I watching? A commercial for Charlie's Angels, but 5 of them? From the studio that brought you Jason Bourne. It's 5 girls with guns. Oh, it's called the 355. Well, it wasn't too far off. I got the 5 right. Can't we send Judge over so you can box a kangaroo? Harris and Curry are combined 13 of 16. Dang. Lucas, you don't want Harbaugh? Phil, why are you listening to the Philly announcers? Why aren't you listening to Shawnee Light and Bel Land? Brandon World, I would not be shocked if the bubble's back. The NBA can't afford to have this hodgepodge of lineups playing in the playoffs. They got to have all the top guys going. So I would fully expect the bubble to be back if we're still experiencing a rise in, briefcases throughout well, I guess it'd be spring then. Lamb better drop 20? Lamb who? Lamb of God? Duncan's looking at the score and he's saying, "Oh my Lanta, shut the front door." The death stare. Tim Duncan death stare. We're in a timeout. If you haven't hit the thumbs up, would appreciate it if you could do so. It does help the channel. It's a free way to, well, support the channel. And as always, go Spurs, go! Harbaugh, Zach, I want to send Judge down here to Australia. Oh, okay, Lucas, I got you. No, you don't want Joe Judge. I feel bad for him. But he's just, I don't think he's ready to coach the New York Giants or any NFL team. So that's why I started the petition. If I was a bigger Giants channel, I could probably get to 1,000 subscribers, but I'm such a small Giants channel. It is what it is. You might have a 2-week break. Maybe. I mean, they'll probably do something. Tim should be in the court instead of your coach. Tim is my age. He's too old now. He's enough. Wow, how do you really feel? Coming back from the timeout, Sixers up by 15, still in the first half. MVP this season. The Sixers are 18-8 when Embiid plays. He's got 26.7 points per game, 10.7 rebounds. That's 6th and 9th, respectively, in the NBA. And he's had 8 30-point and 10-point rebound games. Just imagine if Joel Embiid never was hurt. I mean, would he miss 2 seasons because of, foot and ankle injuries? He missed a lot of NBA time. Spurs ball. KBD trying to get it to Jakob Poeltl. Jakob starts to drive and tries to hit Lonnie, and it's going to go out of bounds. Spurs ball, 4 seconds on the shot clock. Phil, you didn't know that? Bro, you can choose. I'm sorry, I'm not trolling you. Lonnie Walker, I feel, yeah. You can choose between if you have the NBA pass, between the home team or the away team. So I always put the Spurs on. All right, Luke. Now let's lay it down the arm by Curry. Lonnie with the ball down the other end, 3-point land, pick and roll with Jakob Poeltl. Back to Jakob. Jakob in the paint, throws up the left hand and layup, and it's good. Appreciate everybody hanging out on a Friday. Looks like I can close this poll. We've had 162 votes, and it's taken up my screen, so looks like you guys still want me to do the recap. All right, that's cool. 53-40, Spurs down by 13. Sixers ball. I think I missed a shot by the Spurs while I was closing my poll. Embiid in the paint. Throws it up, and, of course, in. Dominic, Josh Primo's in foul trouble. He started, but he's been in foul trouble a good portion of the night. Walker pull-up jumper, good. So, hopefully he'll be back in the third quarter. Maybe Pop will bring Lonnie out to start the third. I don't know. The Spurs aren't shooting terrible tonight. They're shooting 50%. The problem is the Sixers are shooting 58%, and that's a treble. I don't know what I'm doing. Couple substitutions for the Sixers. Thibault and Green coming out. I don't know who came in. 4:20 left in the second quarter. Lonnie Walker pull-up jumper, short, no good. Jakob Poeltl with the offensive board, and he's going to get fouled. Jabbar as head coach, they need to make sure that they have front office that's willing to work with Harbaugh, not against him. That's true. Facts. No, part-time Spurs. I wonder if people always ask me that. I haven't done that in well over 20 years. Honey Badger, what's up? Yes, the rally a little bit. We were down by 20. DeJounte to Jakob. Jakob with a little pull-up jumper, no good. And the Twin Towers are out there. The Yak and Jacques connection. Double J. People have been asking for this. Jacques Landale and Jakob Poeltl are on the floor at the same time. And Joel Embiid gets blocked by Jacques Landale as he was helping out Jakob. The Twin Towers, baby. Landale open for three. Going to take it. And Brick City. The long rebound will go to the Spurs. Lonnie with the ball. He'll drive baseline. Gets by the whole defense and throws down a little mini dunk. Lonnie, What? You got to throw that down with anger. What's up, Kyle? Thank you for stopping in. On a Friday. I don't know. Is that a song? It feels like it is. I don't know. The Twin Towers. The only problem is they're, less athletic. No NBA championships. That's a three-pointer. Three-pointer for Nyang. That brings it back to 14. 3 minutes to go in the first half. Jakob Poeltl spins around the paint, throws up a layup, and Embiid goes down, and he's okay. Every time Embiid goes down, you got to wonder, what do you do now? I mean, I hate to say that, but he hasn't been injury prone. I don't want to say it, Bunny, but you knew where I was going with that. I mean, there's one other thing that's different, and these Twin Towers are definitely nowhere near the level of David Robinson and Tim Duncan. We're talking about league MVPs, NBA champions. Yeah. Curry, runner in the paint, good. What's up, Workforce Planner? That's right, NBL champion Jacques Landale. Jonty drives in the paint, throws up a very high layup, no good. And we're going to have a defensive foul on the Sixers. Dionisio, I'm hoping. Yes, Kyle, I can't believe they had negative 10 passing yards. They stink. George Yang, no, you're thinking of Gorgie Dang. Gorgie Zhang. George Yang's a different player. Very different player. Do you remember when he was with them? When was he? Yeah, and then Alex Smith got a concussion, and he brought in Knucklehead. What's the dude's name? He's got his own ice cream now. Oh, gosh, the guy that knelt. Oh, my gosh, I can't remember. Colin Kaepernick. I'm sorry, I'm trying to think that make me remember. He's more known for kneeling now than his NFL play. Colin Kaepernick, they replaced Alex Smith with him. I'm a Texans fan. Are we the Houston Texans? Oh, my God. HELL has frozen over. Jakob Poeltl just hit 2 free throws in a row. Jakob Poeltl just hit 2 free throws in a row. Joel Embiid with the ball, one-on-one with Jakob Poeltl. Gets a little help from NBA champion Bryn Forbes. Pulls up, jumper, good. You can't stop him. You can only hope to contain him. Yeah, playmaker Guido, I could not pull his damn name. And now another foul on the Sixers as Dejounte Murray's going to the line. I'll show you the game, my man. Bam! Boop, boop. I don't know why I couldn't remember Colin Kaepernick. They're showing the pull-up jumper by Embiid and just, yeah, can't stop that. Yacht going to hit a 3. Oh, non-shooting foul? Shooting foul? Shooting foul. He made the first one. What's up, Nilo Bluford? Thank you for stopping in. Go Spurs, go. Drew Eubanks has just checked in. Pop didn't go with the triple towers, did he? No, he didn't. Jakob's checked out. Yeah, right, the Kerm? Made them both. Did Murray. It is Sixers ball up by 12. Embiid. And now a whistle. As Drew Eubanks got knocked over, and they're going to call a block on Drew Eubanks. Embiid. Classy thing, getting over there and helping him up. Thank you, Butterfly. Who's starting with the ball for... Not sure, Samir. I actually don't remember. True playmaker. The Giants are impossible to watch. And now a reverse dunk. Wow. Thibault with a reverse dunk just in the Spurs' face. But yeah, the Giants are one of the hardest teams to watch in the NFL right now because they have no offense. Their offense is putrid. They had negative 10 passing yards on Sunday. Negative 10. I had more yards with 0. 4 on the shot clock. Eubanks to Bryn Forbes. Forbes going to have to rush a shot. Or to DeJounte. DeJounte rushes a shot. Hits rim, no good. Eubanks with the offensive board. Back out to Lonnie Walker. Walker drives into the paint. Athletic move, no good. Eubanks gets the ball back and throws. Blew the dunk. What the heck was that? He jumped up, spun around, and just threw the ball out of his hand. And down the other way, Embiid goes will throw it down, and he gets fouled. That was oogly by Drew Eubanks. Giants and Jags. What? Zachary or the Kermer, anybody. If the draft ended today, where would the Spurs, not the Spurs, the New York Giants be drafting? Are they top three pick at this point? No, Embiid missed his dunk, but he was hit on the arm by Drew Eubanks. So I mean, that's acceptable. Embiid at the line, first free throw is good, and now it's back to 15. Yes, Drew Eubanks. Why? KBD checking in for the Spurs. Kata baits D up. Lonnie Walker checking out with his yellowy, red, orange shoes. Christian, what's going on? Embiid with 18 first half points already. A lot of it's at the line. Make it 19. I heard he might come back, but he's not coming back to the Spurs. Their picks right now are 5. Really? Top 5? Landale for 3, no good. I thought we had higher than a top 5 pick, Zachary. That sucked. I thought we were 3rd or 4th. I mean, 5th is still good. Embiid putting on a dribbling clinic on Eubanks, goes right around him and throws it down hard with one hand. 31 seconds ago in the first half, and the little run the Spurs were on has completely disappeared as they're back down by 18. That hurts. Embiid just eating the Spurs up with over 20 points now in the first half on his way to 40. DeJounte on three-point land, getting double teamed. Just launches the 3. All right. Sorry. Friday, man, Friday. Sixers will hold for the last shot. Curry just launches it. That's a 3. Spurs have 3 seconds. Ford's going to take a 3. In and out, in and out. 18-point deficit going into halftime. Yeah. Oh, boy. You think we're really, Zachary? We're going to trade down? Yeah, workforce planner. Some folks are asking, like, you're not covering every Spurs game? Like, do you know how hard it is to cover your team losing all the time? It's not fun. I'm watching every game, but calling every game, especially when you add that into you're a New York Giants fan and they're just a train wreck. Thank goodness the NFL season ends, well, the regular season ends Sunday. I don't want Boogie. I haven't seen Boogie Nights, by the way. Velo, what's up, channel member? Thank you for. Yeah, we're not out of the game yet, but man, it's going to be rough. I got hope still the NBAs have been changing, but yeah, they have. What's up, Austin Jackson? Thank you for stopping in. Can we get 200 thumbs up tonight? Where are we at? Right, 87? It's going to be tough. Might have an outside shot at 100 thumbs up. Remember we used to get 200 thumbs up on the streams? That's when the Spurs were winning. Jazz right now are picking first, Lions second, Houston third. Thank you, Kyle. Yes, Chubby Cheese. Indeed. Fridays aren't on, or this game is. Yeah, Juan, it's tough. I mean, it's tough watching your team lose on a regular basis. I still love them. I do not watch the Celtics Knicks. Just for the record, guys and ladies, I do not watch any team but the Spurs when it comes to the NBA because, quite frankly, I don't care. I don't care if the Sixers win, or, well, I care if they win tonight, but I mean, I don't care if the Celtics win, the Knicks win. I just don't want to watch the game. I don't care at all about the output. I tried covering the Nets a little bit earlier this year, and I was like, I don't care who wins. Why am I watching this? Workhorse planner, Primo got to stay out of foul trouble. And Age, I heard they choked against the Spurs against Wednesday night. The Spurs really wanted to give this game away. If you didn't see what happened, Jacques Landale threw the inbounds pass I think the Celtics were down by 2, and there was like 6 seconds on the clock, maybe 5, throws an inbound pass, it's immediately picked off. It was Tatum or Brown goes for a layup. They missed a layup. There was a putback attempt. That was no good, and the Spurs won. The Spurs turned the ball over a lot the last like 2 minutes, and it seemed like they're doing everything they could to lose the game and managed to hold on. But the Celtics probably should have beat the Spurs Wednesday night. I'm glad they didn't. It would have been fun. Granted, not on my channel, but I would have loved if me and Bobby got to call that game. But he's been really busy with work, Beantown Breakdown, and that's life. You can only put too much time into your YouTube channel, and it's getting to the point where just I'm having a little less free time to do stuff. And when your team's losing too, that's like a double-edged sword. Oh, halftime stats. Why am I watching Little Drummer Boys here? I'm going to get the stats right here, Buggin. Yes, you could have thrown off the court, Ayla Drumming, I suppose. Wayne Bruce, interesting. Can any of our centers guard and beat at least a little bit? No. The answer to that is no, they can't. David Robinson probably could. Tim Duncan probably could. Not the guys we have up there. Embiid has 0 threes, by the way. Bugging. He hasn't even taken one. Let's go to the stats for the Sixers. Thibault with 7, Harris with 14, Embiid with 21, Korkmaz with 2, Curry with 18. Man, he's been scorching the Spurs. 8 of 10 from the field is Seth Curry. Former teammate Danny Green with 0, Yang with 3, Charlie Brown with 3, that's right, Charlie Brown, and Drummond with 3 for the Sixers. For the San Antonio Spurs starting lineup, Primo with 5, but he only played 9 minutes because he got 3 fouls. KBD with 5, Pirtle with 13. I know, Rozzy has 13 points, but he's only got 1 rebound? Wait a minute. I've seen a stat here I'm not liking, Spurs fans. The Sixers starting lineup has 14 rebounds, which isn't a lot because they haven't missed many shots. The Spurs starters have 5 rebounds. Oh, sorry, 6. Wait, let me redo this. Sixers starting lineup has 9, 12, 17 rebounds. I was looking at just the defensive rebounds. The Sixers starting lineup has 17 rebounds. The Spurs starting lineup has 6. 17 to 6 rebounds. Dang. Josh Primo at 5, KBD with 5, Jakob Poeltl with 13 points, but only 1 rebound. Bryn Forbes with 5, DeJounte Murray with 10 points, 6 assists. DeJounte with 0 rebounds. That's weird. Off the bench, Spurs going with a 10-man rotation. Tyler Johnson and Joe Wieskamp both with 0. Drew with 4, Lonnie with 6, and Landale with 5. And every Spur has a negative. Nope, Tyler Johnson has a +2. And Jakob Poeltl has a +1. And the rest of the team is all negatives across the board. With Drew Eubanks having the worst, -19. Jam. Good grief. More Primo, gotta stay out of foul trouble. The Admiral might not be able to guard Joel Embiid as Embiid has movement and agility. That's true. Yeah, the movement might be a problem. I would say David's more athletic than Embiid, but the movement might be a problem. But would Embiid be able to guard Robinson? I don't think so. So they probably would just both go off for 30 or 40. What do we expect? Complete 76? Not complete. They don't have Ben Simmons. And they're missing a couple other guys. But they do have an all-star in Embiid. And we have a guy we wish would make an all-star in DeJounte Murray. And it's looking like it's not going to happen. Yeah, imagine if we had a rebounder. Imagine if we had a guy that could rebound. Remember those days when we had guys that could rebound and were the best two-way players in the NBA? Kerm, yeah, you can turn it off if you want. I mean, I don't know who Johnson is. I've never seen this Johnson before. I don't recognize this Johnson. But that Johnson's been on the court a whole bunch. We do have NBA champion Bryn Forbes. I recognize this Johnson, but not the Johnson that's on the court. And I think that Johnson's smaller than this Johnson. Pretty sure this is a bigger Johnson. So it is what it is. Yeah, I didn't want to really go there, but I think that one series, which is the one people remember, he got owned, but Hakeem was having an ungodly type of year that year. But overall, I think he did fairly, statistically wise, they were fairly similar. Whatever. Johnson used to play for the Heat. Oh, I didn't know Johnson was a hot Johnson in the Heat. Heat Johnson. Watch the Spurs draft and Larry sent to you. Right? Is this too much Johnson talk? I mean, the Spurs have 2 Johnsons. You think one Johnson would be enough, but apparently 2 Johnsons are better than one. What the heck? My team's losing. There's a little comedy into the night. Right? What's wrong with that? It's halftime. What else am I going to do? Um, Zachary, if the Spurs were to get, I don't know what this team. Devin Vassell got playing time last year. I think Primo's age is a big part of him not getting playing time. Him being 18 years old. Uh, if we draft a David Robinson, Tim Duncan type of player, if we get a top three pick and luck out with the lottery, then I can't imagine they're going to the G League. Those are transit. Usually, you know, you know, players that can change your franchise. And what's the word I'm looking for? Not trans. Oh well. Wait, you know what? That's true. We do have two Johnsons and a Kaycock. We're loaded. Yeah, Akeem, he did have the moves. I would agree. Aaron, I'm hoping, for selfish reasons, two selfish reasons, I hope we do have somebody become a superstar. It doesn't have to be Josh Primo, it can be anybody, but if Primo becomes a superstar, that'll help my team win, obviously, which is good, but that would help my channel grow. When you cover teams without a superstar, you get less viewers. It is what it is. So hopefully we can get a star. More importantly, hope we can get back to winning. I mean, winning first. If we don't get a superstar, fine, whatever. Some would argue Tim Duncan wasn't a superstar. He wasn't a flashy player. I mean, he was the fundamental. The Spurs were criticized for being boring for a lot of his run because they just won. They won fundamentally. They weren't flashy. They played great defense. They held the opposing team to 75, 80, 85 points, and people don't want to watch that. They want to see. Some people don't want to watch it. They want to see 120 points on the scoreboard, which is why teams don't play defenses anymore. The NBA itself wants high-scoring games, much like the NFL, who don't play defenses anymore. If the Spurs had won the 2021 draft lottery, they would have not even drafted Kenny Cunningham. I don't think it would have taken Primo one overall. Spurs are current projected ninth pick. Yeah, but I discovered David Robinson through national commercials. So, I mean, he had the Mr. Robinson's neighbor. I don't remember I don't remember seeing too many Tim Duncan commercials. Now, it could just be memory because David was my favorite player, but I feel like David, in the early 90s, there was a lot of hoopla surrounding him. Rookie of the Year, at the time, was the greatest turnaround in NBA history. I feel like he was at that level. I could be wrong, at least compared to other players back then. Compared to today, no, he would not be considered a superstar if you go what he was doing, but he had a lot of commercials back in the day. No update on Zach. One, that's a great way to put it. Robinson was a superstar. He just didn't embrace it. Yeah, that was not his personnel, but I would say he was a superstar at the peak of his career. Until he got hurt. He was the San Antonio Spurs at the time. Dream team, exactly. Dream team. I mean, that's pretty darn exclusive company. I mean, you're talking about some of the greatest players ever played the game, and Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, bunch of all Hall of Fame, and I think everybody's a Hall of Famer on that team except for Christian Laettner, the one anomaly. Baseball too, there you want home. Yes, exactly, Asia. Yeah, you can say what you want about baseball. They didn't care that McGuire and Sosa were juicing in '98. Come on, all the people that were tuning in, the millions of eyeballs watching them both chase the home run. Do you think they really cared? I don't think so. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying when your ratings are going through the roof because of McGuire and Sosa home run chaser, you might turn an eye to things. That's true, Lucas. All right, let's see people defending David Robinson. I feel like some Spurs fans, not anybody in particular, just are like, Robinson wasn't that good. Duncan was so much better than David. They're just like, he wasn't that good. I'm like, if you watch the Spurs, the Tim Duncan era and on, you saw an older and unfortunately injuries that affected him, David Robinson. But when he was at his top of his game, he was top three center in the NBA probably. Probably him, Akeem, and Ewing, and then you could argue Ewing, him, and Shaq, or I'm sorry, Olajuwon, him and Shaq. Zachary, all Hall of Famers in a bus. What's up, Daniel? Pete Rose, is Pete Rose? Is Pete Rose? I hate to say this. He's still alive. I don't remember. I feel like Pete Rose will go into the Hall of Fame post-mortem. I think that's what it's going to take to get him in the Hall of Fame, and I hate to say that. What he did was wrong, but he did that as a coach, and he should absolutely not ever, ever, ever have his coaching acknowledged in the Baseball Hall of Fame. But as a player, the all-time hit leader, I think he should be in at this point. He's in the WWE Hall of Fame. Does that count? When they were in the final series, and lost in the Bills. I've always been excited about the Spurs, and the one good thing about this channel is I, well, not the only good thing, but I watch so many more Spurs games now because of this channel. With the ad revenue that pays for the NBA Team Pass, and I never got the NBA Team Pass until I started this channel, and I get to watch a lot more Spurs games. And up until 3 years ago, the only time I saw the Spurs was in the playoffs. Now, granted, that was every season, but I rarely saw a regular season game. Yes, Landale has been playing. Get him out of what's going on. Thank you for stopping in. Kalo, I probably agree with that. Most athletic 7-footer, yeah, he was chiseled beyond belief. I wish I had his physique. I mean, just, not trying to be bromantic, but he was cut, and the speed that he could move down the court, it was like a guard. P-Rose is 80? Okay, he's still alive. Good. I wasn't trying to be a jerk by saying that. I really was not sure if he passed away because so many celebrities that are up there in years pass away. Sometimes you forget that somebody is, no longer with us. Tim had Sprite, Visa, Nike, Adidas, Edge Shaving. God, should he have that many? Michael, I don't remember. Maybe it's because Tim was just, he wasn't flamboyant. He wasn't, like David. He didn't embrace that, like Steph Curry, large in the life. He embraces the spotlight. You can tell when he hits a big three, he's cocky about it. He'll let you know about it. Jordan embraced that superstar spotlight. Reggie Miller, the trash talkers, and David and Tim were they just went out there and played basketball. They did a ton of things for their communities. David's still doing things for the community. He's one of the most generous athletes, I believe, ever when it comes to, donating. But they didn't really embrace that, I want to be a superstar, and that's fine. I mean, that's one of the reasons I like the Spurs is it was about winning. Just win. Just win, baby. Bud Selig, yeah. Oh, is he? I agree, Felix. My thoughts exactly. Prime Dwight Howard or prime Ben Wallace, who was better? Haven't fallen enough for their careers to really be able to answer that honestly. I feel like Dwight Howard has set quite a few records though. Like for years with double doubles and blocks, like certain things. So maybe Felix, I would not say Akeem was the most athletic. Best moves. If you want to say best moves with the Hakeem shake, I would not argue that point. Primo's open for three. He's going to take the three, and he's going to brick the three. But most athletic, Hakeem, no. I would definitely, watching both their careers in their prime, no, not even close. But moves. Moves are different than athleticism. And moves obviously help you score because he was unstoppable with the dream shake. I would definitely say Hakeem definitely one of the best there, just being able to move his body and create a shot. Just my 2 cents. Well, Primo just missed a shot. DJ going backdoor layup is no good, and rough start to the half for the Spurs. But it's still early. I'm not giving up on them, but we can't keep giving up buckets to that guy right there who missed the shot. Joel Embiid misses the shot, and the Spurs are going with their starting lineup. Primo, Forbes, KBD, Jakob, and DeJounte. That's a lineup. That's a lineup. Jakob Pertl tries to pass and bring Forbes. Forbes falls and chases down a loose ball. 6 on the shot clock. Forbes over to DeJounte. DeJounte might have to force a shot real quick. He gets into the paint. Gets to the Jakob. Jakob will throw it up and in. So there's another assist for DeJounte, number 7. I don't think he did either, Zachary. Go Spurs, go! It's in the chat. Tim Kostar, Robinson, Kobe Grayson, Derrick Rose, and did they? Michael, I don't remember that. I really don't remember that. Harris in the post, passes it out to Curry. They go around the world, find comes whatever that dude's name is. I'm butchering it all night. They find Embiid open for 3, and he misses his first 3-point attempt in the game. I sound in love with him. He's my favorite player, douche. Stupidity gets a timeout. Bro, what's going on? His jersey's on my wall. Change it to dumb Spurs fan. Enjoy your timeout. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. Embiid in the paint. Gets a little jumper, it's good. Needs their own Hall. What? It seems to me a slight better because look at the way the West. I think they both have 2 championships, though. Yeah, they do. I just missed 4 Spurs points. All right, focus on the game, Rich. And B drives to the paint, and nobody. He misses the layup. Went right up the middle. He could have dunked that very easily. And alley oop to KBD from Primo, and he can't alley it, but he gets the oop with the layup, and the Spurs have cut it to 14 all of a sudden. But, okay, Michael, thank you. Curry crossover pull up jumper and back rim no good. KBD with the rebound, and he'll bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. Gets it to the paint, throws up a left-handed layup, and that may have been partially blocked. Sixers ball, Sixers on the run. But I'm always on the run. Harris is going to get fouled in the paint. Yes, Ro, I have been working out 2 times a day. I've worked out 11 times this week, so tomorrow will be 12 and 13. I've been, yeah, it's been tough. The Go Spurs go. I agree with the end of that sentence. Big time. 75-61, 2 free throws for Tobias Harris. 76-61, 8:39 left in the third quarter. Yeah, right there, COVID, but with a different finger. Ah, I said the word on the channel. You're not supposed to say that. Ah, dang it. That free throw's no good. Spurs with the rebound. Colder Jester, what's going on? 76-61. DeJounte just pulls up for 3. All right. 12-point game. Murray hits us another 3. Firing his 3s off with some confidence tonight. Started the game very slow and sluggish, but has slowly looked more like himself. Maybe just getting the rhythm back. Be the rhythm of the night. Or something. I don't know. It is Sixers ball. Korpkaza drives to the paint, and nobody there to stop him as he throws up the layup, and it's back to 14 points. 8 minutes to go in the third quarter. See if we can get a Spurs win tonight. DeJounte gets it to the paint and throws it up off the glass, and good. A little bit of a turnaround jump shot. It's got by his defender. 7:45 to go. 78-66. And Furkan Korkmaz, whose name I certainly cannot say to save my life, brought it up. Spurs started the quarter 0 for 2 since then, 6-7. They go around the world, and that 3 is good by Korkmaz, whatever. Furkan. Yeah, Zachary, I try not to say that word on the channel because YouTube is so friggin', you know. That's a 3, and the Spurs are 69. Was that Murray again? I didn't even see who shot the 3. Gabriel, we're always giving points in the paint. I hate to say it. I mean, it's just, that's a reoccurring theme. Like, we're just an undersized team. It is what it is. 7-11. 81-69. Sixers up by 12. Harris is going to lose the ball out of bounds. It's off Jakob Poeltl. And it'll stay with the Sixers 10 on the shot clock. What also helped David Robinson let Starmer in the end of the earlier years? Had Larry Brown, one of the great coaches, as head coach. True. Have you seen the I Know, but this is the Cure, the picture of the 80s? Oh, nice. No, I have not. I remember the Cure. Embiid out to Furkan, no good. And DeJounte will end up getting the rebound. That might be his first rebound of the game. Anyway, DeJounte will bring it up for the Spurs. And a little one-on-one. Now the switch. DeJounte is going to launch a corner 3. That one's no good. Nice one. That's right, Zach. A little 7-11. And B just flies up the paint. No defense by the Spurs. And this time he throws it down with 2 hands. Looking for a foul, too. What? The 2-handed jam wasn't enough? You need a foul, too, you bunghole? That's a timeout by the Spurs. No defense at all. Ugh. Wow, that one hurt. 2 more thumbs up to 100. Can we get to 100? Larry Brown or Bob Hill? No, to both. The Spurs went through a lot of coaches in the early 90s. I think before Pop took over, they went through 5. John Lucas was there. They went through, it was such a carousel of coaches. I might have to look that up. who the Spurs coaches were. Who's playing best for our guys? DeJounte started playing pretty well. I'm trying to think. Jeez, I don't know. Nobody's really having a standout game, to be honest with you. Take a look at the coaches for the San Antonio Spurs in the 90s. I'm really curious to see how many they did have. Quite a few. So Larry Brown was there a couple years. Bob Bass was there for half a season. Jerry Tarkanian was there for half a season. Rex Hughes coached one game. Let's not count him. John Lucas and Bob Hill. Brown, Bass, Tarkanian, Lucas, and Hill. 5 coaches before Pop took over. And then Rex Hughes coached one game. That was just an interim thing. I forgot Jerry Tarkanian was there. I totally forgot he coached the Spurs for 20 games. They went 9-11. 1992. What a mess. Just Bob Bass, but also 19. Just, man. What a weird, yeah. And then Pop has been there since 1996. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 coaches in the 90s if you count Rex Hughes for one game. Were the 80s bad? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, yes. Wow, Pop's been really the only long-tenured coach for the San Antonio Spurs. Larry Brown, 4 years. Doug Moe, 4 years back in the late 70s. Nobody else has lasted, really? Only 3 coaches in San Antonio Spurs history have lasted 4 years or more. And nobody's lasted 5 or more except for Pop? Granted, he's been there 25 plus years, but dang, I didn't realize we've had that much coaching turnover. Yes, Boogie's out, but I don't really want him. What's up, T Flowers? Avery Johnson is head coach? I don't think so. But maybe, I don't know. Kevin Durant leading the NBA scoring at 30 a game. There's former San Antonio Spur, DeMar DeRozan at number 4, 26.9. Primo in the paint gets by the defense and throws up the layup. All right, Josh Primo creating his own shot. That's cool. Booty Collins, nice one. Firkin with the ball. Gets it over to Curry. Curry will drive. Gets to the baseline. Back out to Embiid. Embiid back to Firkin. Firkin with the pull-up. I'm sorry, Curry with the pull-up. No good. And Forbes. NBA champion Bryn Forbes with the rebound. DeJounte Murray back out to Bryn Forbes. Forbes going to drive. Pull-up jumper. Short. Forbes is just ice cold tonight. I think Pop should pull Forbes at this point. He has just been giving us nothing. He's not good on defense, and offensively, he just doesn't have it tonight. Harris pull-up jumper off the rim, no good, and now a foul? Late whistle. Tobias Harris at the line for 2. Another foul on Josh Primo, really struggling with his fouls tonight. Look up real quick how Bryn Forbes is doing. Rimbley, half the team. For starters, Derek White, Kelvin Johnson, and Doug McDermott are out. Off the bench, Devin Vassell, Thaddeus Young. Trey Jones is now on there. That was a late one. Some other players I think are in reconditioning. Oh, Google doesn't show that what the players are shooting. Dang it, Google. They only show the score. Never mind. 84-71, 5:35 to go. That free throw is good. 85-71. Coach said, whenever his coaching team, he was always in the media trying to essentially tell them what he would rather be coached. Yeah, well. Lining the paint, out to Forbes. Forbes crossover, back to DeJounte Murray. Pick and roll with Jakob Poeltl. No pick, no roll. DeJounte takes off, gets it to Jakob. Jakob with the quick jumper. It's no good. DeJounte tries to get the offensive board. Can't hold on to it. And it'll be Sixers ball. 5 minutes to go, up by 14. Harris one-on-one with KBD. Is he looking to drive? Yep. Turnaround, spin around jumper is good. Nice shot by Tobias Harris. 87-71. I think, no, I'm not okay with that. If he's playing well, yes, but he's not playing well tonight, so not so okay with that. You shouldn't keep launching the ball if you're not putting them in. Forbes with the ball right now. And almost a turnover. Lonnie Walker gets the loose ball. Lonnie's going to have to launch a quick three. He banks it, but it went in. 87-74. 4:20 to go. Smoke them if you got them in the third quarter. Harris into Embiid. Embiid in the post against Jakob Poeltl one-on-one. Starts a drive and loses the ball. Nice defense by Jakob Poeltl. Spurs running the floor. Lonnie back out, and Lonnie just throws the pass to nobody. That's turnover. Sloppy turnover. That's fair play, Makayudo. Well, with Becky out, do you think the next head coach is in? I don't know who we're going to have for our next head coach. I seriously have no idea. Pop may want to stick around for 2 or 3 more years. He might want to coach till he's 75. I don't know. Maybe he'll want to get to 30 years with the Spurs and coach till 2026. Embiid's wide open for 3. DeJounte will get to him. Embiid gets into the paint, Euro steps, and throws down another dunk as he has been embarrassing the Spurs defense at times tonight. Mono would be great. Workforce player, not going to lie. I don't see it happening, but never say never. Joe Mama's checked in for the Spurs. He's had a very quiet night. Landale back in. So we got the Yak and Jacques connection. Landale with the ball right now. Out to DeJounte. DeJounte back to Jakob. Baseline jumper is going to bounce around. No good. And a whistle. So the double J. Yak and Jacques connection. My big toe hurts. What's going on? We still need one more thumbs up to get to 100. If we don't get to 100, that's fine. I will delete the stream, though, because that's embarrassing. But I will. I hope we can get to 100. Lonnie inbounds it to Jakob Poeltl. And we'll get it to DeJounte Murray. DeJounte, pull-up jumper is off the glass. Too much on it. No good. Embiid with the rebound. Embiid drives into the paint, spins around, and gets fouled. 3:10 to go. Thank you, my big toe hurts, and I hope it doesn't. Hopefully it's not too bad. Hey, we got past 100. All right. I was saying I don't want to have a stream up where I have under 100. It's embarrassing when you have 13,000 subscribers and your views keep going. I'm just going to shut up. That's what happens when your team loses. It sucks. Embiid at the line for 2. First free throw's good. Hey, Bud on Sports, what's up? 76ers fan, thank you for stopping in. We're showing Becky Hammond right now on the bench, and she'll be gone after the season. Las Vegas Aces, believe the head coach. Good luck to her. Embiid missed the second free throw. Sixers up by 16, and the Spurs just can't get it to single digits. Every time they start getting close to 10 or 11, the Sixers just fight back and get it right back to 15 or 16. Joe Mama baseline 3, no good. And Joe Wieskamp had a good game against, who do you have the good game against? I remember Curry for 3, no good. But he had like 13 points, I think, and has not hit anything tonight. Nothing's gone in for Joe Wieskamp. Primo started, can't stay out of foul trouble. Lonnie Walker running all sorts of around. Get to DeJounte Murray. Murray's going to launch the 3. Way too much on it. Falls in the hands of Jakob Poeltl. Back to DeJounte. Over to Jacques Landale. Landale throws it up. Air ball. And the ball's going to go out of bounds. And it'll be Sixers ball. Wow, that was ugly. That was an ugly series. I thought, yeah, Lonnie definitely has not progressed the way we wanted him to. And I still don't know if he's going to be a Spur next season. If he stays at 10, 11 points per game throughout the season, I don't think he'll be back. Oh, nice. I do know that song. That's a good album. Ah, Eagles fan. Okay. That makes sense. Both Phillies. I did not know the Eagles made the playoffs. I was talking to my boss today. He's like, how did you not know the Eagles made the playoffs? I'm like, I'm a Giants fan. I've kind of been checked out on anything that's been happening in the NFL the last 3 or 4 weeks. I realize y'all won 4 in a row, so tomorrow night's game, unfortunately, because it's probably televised, doesn't mean a thing for, I guess, either team. Like the Eagles and I guess the Eagles have a bunch of players on health and safety, and you guys will all be ready to go for the playoffs. I don't know. Brian, I wouldn't say he's trash because he's NBA champion, Bryn Forbes. He's having a rough night, though. This is not one of his best nights, and Slayer! My favorite album by them is probably Rain and Blood. That's just, I mean, that's a classic. Some people don't like it because it's a little one-dimensional and just, all just fast, 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 fast. But I love that album. And second favorite album was probably Seasons in the Abyss, where that one had a nice mix of mid-tempo and fast stuff. So, yeah, there's that. Forbes defense is not so good. Oof, Raiders, ouch. Walker is in Bengals 49. Dougie McBuckets is not playing. I say trade Lonnie to the Pacers for certified scoring carries Levert. Don't see it happen. Hey, Rich, my name is Joshua Primo, not Josh Primo. Coach Pop always corrects you. Oh, does he? Like when he called him Josh Landale? Seth Curry's playing Leroy. But we should make a long run playoffs. I have a Slayer cover on my music channel. It's terrible. It's necrophobic. And I do a Banshee Wail at the end of it. It's from 1997, so it's a literally 25-year-old cover of I was probably like what 19 or 20 when I recorded it. It's absolute a hot mess. But you know what? I'm putting all my music on my music channel now. Everything I'm doing now, stuff I did back in my early 20s, which was just a disaster, and stuff in between. I'm like, you know what? I just want my whole music career on there. Season your second fave too? Come back. Brian, I mean, we looked so good against the Lakers and the Clippers, and then DeJounte went out, and the team hasn't been the same since. All right, Christopher. Actually, let me put my music channel link in the chat, since why not? We got to self-promote. My goal, I mean, if you had to ask me which channel would I like to see blow up, I would honestly say the music channel over the sports channel. Because I love sports. I love the Spurs. I love the Giants. Don't get me wrong. But I'm covering somebody else's achievement when I'm covering the Spurs, or, I'm just like I do original content here and there, but I'm always covering somebody else. Whereas music, I'm creating something. And yes, I do covers here and there, but I also kind of make them my own, and I put up my own original music too. That's TSR music. Wouldn't you be scared of Embiid? I would. Spurs ball. DeJounte pull-up jumper is no good. Minute 48 to go. We got our other twin towers out there, Drew Eubanks and Jacques Landale. And nice help defense by Lonnie, but unfortunately Embiid gets fouled and he goes down, which means probably 2 more free throws. Guillermo, I mean, it's... No, what's going on? Spurs need a real big. That's fair. Embiid at the line for 2. Jakob Poeltl is playing like a top 10 center in the NBA this year. He's double-digit scoring, close to double-digit rebounding. The best offensive rebounder in the NBA. But as good as Jakob is having a year, when you see Jakob then have to go against Embiid or Jokic or one of those, or one of those other top big guys in the NBA, that's when you really see you might be top 10, but there's still a huge gap between top 10 and top 5, and it's not even close. Ayetsky, channel member, thank you with the turtles in the chat. Turtles in the chat. Turtles in the chat. Vinny Del Negro or Rod Strickland? I remember wasn't Rod kind of a hothead? I probably guess I'd go Vinny. I believe Rod did have the better NBA career, but he was also a journeyman. He bounced through a lot of teams, didn't he? Cal, what's up, channel member? Thank you for stopping in. 13,000 subscribers. Covering the Giants and Spurs. You must be doing something right. Calvin, it's tough, man. I appreciate that. Truly, I appreciate you supporting the channel, but it's tough because both my teams suck. Unless you're saying, hey, kudos to you. You got 13K and you cover 2 teams that blow. Well, actually, no, the Spurs don't blow. Curry for 3. The Spurs are struggling and in a rebuild. The Giants suck. Curry gets another 3-point attempt, and now it's a 20-point game. Now, the Spurs are rebuilding, but they're very down right now, and a lot of their fans are not interested in the team. Lonnie Walker drives to the paint. Shot, no good. Going to go for the line for 2, but the Giants are just a train wreck. I mean, the Giants are on their 3rd-string quarterback that's thrown like 20 NFL passes. Why would I say the Giants are going to win? Become a Warriors fan? Nah, that would be bandwagon part-time. I'm sorry, part-time Spurs fan. You don't take that personal, and you're still here, so you didn't. Then I would be a bandwagoner. I'm not a bandwagoner. Some people, for some reason, call me a bandwagoner, like, oh, Spurs fan bandwagon. I'm like, you don't understand the definition of bandwagon if you're calling me a bandwagoner. I would not still be a Spurs fan if I was a bandwagoner. I would have left for the Warriors this year, or the Suns, or even the Bulls. Three-pointer down the other end by Green's no good. I would have been a Lakers fan 2 years ago, bandwagoning that team. And then I would have been a Warriors fan before that. The Spurs have not gotten a field goal in the last 4 minutes. Never mind DeJounte to the paint. Can we make a run? Can we make a run? Danny Green for three. He says no. 97-78. Sixers close to 100. Lonnie Walker, beautiful move in the paint, throws it up off the glass. What's up, Houston Oilers? The wagon is off the tracks, yeah. Robert, I hope not. I like DJ. If the Spurs keep losing, he could want to go for greener pastures. I mean, that's why people say tank, 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 lose, lose, lose. I'm like, you keep losing, the players that you have there might not want to stick around. You might be like, I gotta get out of here. Guillermo, can you? I mean, I tried calling a Nets on this channel for a little bit, and I just didn't enjoy it because they're not my team. Curry for three, no good. I was a Nats fan, and I'll be transparent. I'm a Yankees fan and have been for over 30 years because I grew up in a New York household. I shouldn't call this last play. DeJounte Murray with three on the shot clock drives into the paint and turns the ball over, and that's going to... Well, apparently Andre Drummond stepped out of bounds. We might have like a half a second left. But living in Virginia, I decided to start following the Washington Nationals. I lived there for a decade. I was like, I'll follow a local team. They're in the National League. The Yankees are in the American League, so it doesn't matter. And I got to see him win a World Series shortly after I left Virginia. And I was like, you know what? I saw him win a World Series. I hope they still do well, but I'm not invested anymore. I was invested because I lived there, and I had friends that were Nats fans and family that were Nats fans. I still hope they do well, but I can't watch them in Connecticut. They're not on, ever. DJ, I have no idea. I'll definitely get the point check at the end of the game, but right now, I have no idea. Exactly, Omar. I don't want to tank, tank, tank. Some Spurs fans do. Hey, I respect your opinion. I might not agree with it. But if you want to tank, I get it. You want a top 3 lottery pick, but tanking does not guarantee a top pick because those darn ping pong balls might not fall your way. Anyone that is saying tank this year is crazy, especially because we can... Brian... The ultimate goal would be, if, being optimistic but realistic would be Pop gets the all-time win record this year. The Spurs make the play-in, but they don't make the playoffs, and then win the lottery and get the number 1 overall pick. So that way, they showed effort. They still almost made the playoffs. But yeah, I think most Spurs fans would be happy with that. Like, all right, they fought. They almost made it despite, the health and safety protocol struggles and having inconsistencies on the team. Pop got the all-time record. And we fought. We didn't make it, but we're still getting the number 1 overall pick. I think that'd make everybody happy. And I'd be fine with that. If we fight but can't quite make it, so be it. If they make the playoffs, great. But I think with all the health and safety issues we're going to have over the next week, and we're playing 5 games next week, plus the team is just so inconsistent. If we can find consistency, this is a playoff team. They beat the Lakers and Clippers in the same week. They closed out the Staples Center for crying out loud. But they're inconsistent. There are 0.9 seconds left in the third quarter. I don't want to be a Sixers fan. No offense. Legit center will be good. I don't think the Eagles. I don't think either team has anything to play for, bud. The Eagles or Cowboys. Aren't both their positions locked up in the NFC? So I mean, that's going to be a garbage game to watch. No offense to Cowboys fans or Eagles fans, but if neither team has anything to play for and they're throwing out their second and third stringers, I definitely am not going to watch that. Otherwise, I probably would. Inbound pass, Lonnie throws it up, off the rim, no good, and the Spurs will go into the fourth quarter down 17. Not looking good for a comeback. Anything's possible, but there's a huge hill in front of them. I'm thinking we steal a free agent this summer. Like you said, we have playing team. Free agent knows what's up. We do have money. Yeah, the Houston Oilers. Joshua Primo. It's pardon my French. He's gonna get a lot of opportunities, and he's going to fail, and he's probably going to succeed at times. He's 19. I just hope he enjoys the playing time, grows, and maybe one game here he'll have 20. That'd be pretty cool. I don't believe in the Cowboys for the Super Bowl. That's not trolling. I don't believe in them. Michael Galloway's out for the year now. Your offense has looked inconsistent. I don't trust Dallas. I don't trust too many. I really don't trust any NFC team, but I don't trust them. I also want a high pick. There you go. Win and get a high pick if that's possible. Spurs 21209. Can I get a Charles Barkley Ginobili? What? I'm a New York Giants fan, 76ers fan, New Jersey Devils fan, Yankees fan, and New York Red Bull. Wow. I was surprised 76ers in there because you're very New York centric. And then you got a Philly team in there, Blue City Empire. Thank you for stopping in, by the way. Lonnie. He's had a couple nice moves to the hoop, but not a ton that stands out tonight. Nobody's really stood out tonight. The Cowboys are not. No, I don't think so. But I don't know who's going to win, obviously. You got to, I mean, even though they keep failing as a number one seed, Green Bay's got to be the favorite. If Tampa Bay can get healthy going into the playoffs, you can never count Tom Brady out, and he's still got Gronk. Not that Antonio Brown headache is over. But there is Chris Godwin out for the year. I don't know what's going on with him because if he's out for the season, that's Tom Brady's he's got Mike Evans at wide receiver, and that's about it. DJ Walker. Big Sean, if we're talking athletic ability, I would say Lonnie's one of our top players, but as far as performance, he hasn't been. I just don't think he has, in my opinion. The statistics say he hasn't been. He's wildly inconsistent, where one night he'll have 20, and the next night he'll have 3. And to succeed in any sport, you need some level of consistency, and Lonnie's just been very up and down his whole career. Now, some of that's the Spurs' fault for being all over the place with his minutes, but DeJounte definitely feels our best player. I mean, Jakob's one of our best players now. When Derek's playing well, he's one of our best players, but he's inconsistent. We just have so much inconsistency on this team. Fourth quarter has started. Sixers ball. That pull-up jumper is no good. Jacques Landale with the rebound. I didn't even see who shot that. And the double J connection is in there. The Twin Towers, Yak and Jacques. And speaking of Lonnie Walker, he just loses the dribble and turns the ball over. Thank you, bud. Appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed the channel. Sideline commentators are making fun of the Spurs? That ain't right. Andre Drummond misses in the paint, and it's Spurs ball as NBA champion Bryn Forbes brings it up for the San Antonio Spurs. NBA champion Bryn Forbes pull-up jumper is a brick. Goes off the back rim, and Firkin Korkmaz with the tries to lead Andre Drummond in the paint and leads him a little too much. It goes over his head and out of bounds. 11 minutes to go. Unleash the Zach. I don't know where Zach Collins is or when he's coming back. Are they playing for seeding? Zachary, I thought that game meant nothing. All right. From what I understand, the Eagles have most of their guys out. Primo in the paint. Spins around, throws up the layup. A nice move by Joshua Primo. It's Josh Primo's easier to say because it's one syllable as opposed to Josh All right, maybe Primo. I'll just call him Primo. Get some Primo, some Threemo. Harris going one-on-one with Landale. Picks up his dribble in the paint. Has nowhere to go. Gets it out. Where's the rotation? Wow. George Yang just has a wide open trip to the hoop. Terrible defense by the Spurs right there. Brick Forbes, ouch. NBA champion Brick Forbes. Was it a block by Jacques? Oh, I didn't even catch it. Go Spurs, go. I don't think he's going to get extended if he keeps playing the way he is. I don't think he is. Landale's wide open for 3 from the baseline. Looks down, launches it, and it's good. All right. Let's get some defensive stops. Primo in his prime, that'd be probably 3 or 4 years from now that he'll get into his prime. His body will be done developing, and I hope we see good things from the kid. I'm rooting for him. And a turnover by Charlie Brown. He passes it to Optimus Primo, and Optimus Primo's not on your team. If you lose against the Cowboys, you might go farther. Really? So yeah. So I guess you want your team to lose. Are there any? I mean, there's a lot of games this weekend that are going to affect seeding, right, in the NFL. So I mean, this should be a good weekend of football, except for me as a Giants fan. Primo leads Jakob Pertl, and with the thunder dunk of Jakob Justice, Spurs cut it to 12. 9:44 to go. Blue City. I mean, it's not up to me. Here's my take on any player. If they're wearing silver and black, I'll root for them because I want my team to win. That being said, if Kawhi was to come back to San Antonio, he's going to have to give some sort of apology for Spurs fans to accept him. If he says, hey, he doesn't have to go too in depth to what happened. If he just says, hey, I don't like how things played out. I'm sorry this happened, Spurs fans. Wish it didn't work out like that, but I'm here now. I'm here to win another championship for the silver and black. Then I'd be like, all right, you apologize. It is what it is. Let's move forward. And if that happened, I'd say, okay, let's go get him. But if he just came back and then it was, didn't say anything, I'd probably just be like, you know what? I hope we win, but I don't really want you here. Raiders, Chargers, okay. Primo's showing some very good D here and there. By the way, go Spurs go! Maybe I can pump the team up. Not, they're going to hear. Saints win and 49ers lose. Okay. Wow, they killed. How do you really feel? Uncle Dennis. No, he never will go Spurs go. He won't. I said there's a 1% chance of that because you never know, money talks, but I don't think he'll ever be a Spur again. I don't think he's going to be the same player again. With all the injuries this year, I think he's north of 30 now. He can still contribute to a team, but he's obviously not enough to win in the Western Conference. I thought the Clippers were going to be a lock for the Western Conference Final or NBA Finals, 2 years ago? And they got ousted by, I think, the Nuggets. They're built to beat the Lakers, and forgot they got to beat other teams, too. I would welcome Kawhi back, but not Uncle Dennis. That's fair. Oh, yeah, what's going on? It's not over yet. Nothing is over. You just don't turn it off. But Blue City, that would be... I'd be shocked if that happened. No, he didn't, Josh. And let's be honest, the Spurs organization did not handle that well either. It's not all Kawhi. A lot of it's Kawhi, but the Spurs could have handled that better too, and it's just... it sucks. It is what it is. Hey, no politics in the chat. Nothing political. Hashtag is actually very political these days. Part-time Kawhi, there you go. Charlie Brown, my man. Look at that hair. I got to point it out. It's great. 99-87, 9:40 to go. It is Sixers ball. Spurs trying to get it to single digits for the first time in forever. Harris in the paint with a nice move and throws it up over Jakob Pertl. Whoops, I'm not on my scoreboard. D-Claude, ouch. DeJounte in the paint. Throws it up and it's short. Off the glass, short, no good. And the Sixers on the run, and Drummond into the paint, loses the ball. NBA champion Bryn Forbes will pull up the loose ball, and the Spurs back on the run the other way. Still have the Yak and Jock connection out there. Optimus Primo, he takes off, and he's going to get fouled. Robert, he's just not the same player that he was with San Antonio. He was a two-time Defensive Player of the Year. But after the... I don't think he's been the same player in LA. I don't know what's different. I don't know. 14-point game, 9 minutes to go. Jakob Pertl almost turns the ball over. NBA champion Bryn Forbes with the ball right now, crosses over. Back to Pertl, back to Forbes. Forbes off the screen takes a three, and NBA champion Bryn Forbes still cannot hit his shots. How would I feel? It depends what we gave up, Blue City. Are we giving up NBA champion Bryn Forbes? That three is no good, and it's Spurs ball. Yeah, play Margito, you're right. Murray out in three-point land, 12 on the shot clock, starts to drive, gets into the paint, finds Jakob Pertl. Jakob back out to Landale for three, and it's front rim no good. The putback by DeJounte's no good. Spurs just can't get any shots to go. Sixers on the run. Oh, huge collision in the paint as Zhang just absolutely runs over Joshua Primo. Zhang actually looks like he's a little hurt. Or Nang. Sorry, George Nang. I think they get Primo moving just a little bit. And since he's a rookie, you know he's not going to get that call when he didn't. He can't. No, he can't stay healthy. Phil, he can't. Why can Patty hit 9 threes in a game for Brooklyn but not us? Yeah. Josh. Oh, he did get the charge call. Hey, how about that? DeJounte into the paint. Pull-up jumper is no good and a foul on DeJounte Murray. Yeah, Patty Mills is having a fantastic year this year. I thought he was just going to be a role player off the bench for the Nets. He's starting and playing well. And then DeRozan is just exploding in Chicago. Like, I did not see that coming. Yeah, wasn't that a great job taking the charge? I was hoping they wouldn't call it a block because he slightly moved, but his shoulders were set, and it was the right call. I just simply wanted to play for his home team. Yeah, that's true. Blue City, honestly, I was actually happy for him. I think I was more happy for him because he hit that crazy game-winning shot against the Sixers. Sorry, Sixers fans, the one that bounced off the rim 4 times. But I did not like what the Warriors were doing at the time. The Warriors have built a team now, but I did not like Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, plus Kevin Durant. That Kevin Durant felt full ring chasing mode when he went to the Warriors, and I did not like that Warriors team for that reason. Just didn't. To be honest with you guys, didn't. Harris, off balance jumper off the glass, rolls off the rim, no good. He's going to go to the line for 2. Can DJ drop 30? I don't think DJ's ever dropped 30 in a game. His career high is, I think, 29? I'm not sure. Had Tony Parker not started comparing his injury with Kawhi's, that would have not started that year-long tension. Who knows? It's in the past, though. Maybe one day I'll do a documentary on it. Harris at the line, first free throw is good because once the Spurs season is over, I'm not going to have a lot of content to do. I'll have off-season content for the Spurs, but I'll have no live streams. I'll always focus on my music channel a whole bunch. But I probably will just start, do some little documentaries here and there. LeBron versus Jordan. The fall of Kawhi Leonard into the Spurs. If there's any newer fans that don't know what happened with the team. And the fall of the New York Giants franchise, because my goodness, if they just tanked the last 5 years, not intentionally. Did Durant play for the Supersonics 1 year? Primo, what the turnover. Trying to hit Jakob, and Andre Drummond was right there. 4 steals for the Spurs, 7 for the Sixers, and now another bucket for the Sixers is going to bring the lead back to 17. Curry with the deuce. Josh definitely thinks so. I have a feeling the Spurs are going to win a championship before my Giants. Murray in the paint, gets by everybody, throws up the layup, and it's good. What I'm not glad about with Tony Parker Lance is his whole career was not with the Spurs. I hate seeing that 1 year with that other team. That wouldn't even be mentioned. DeJounte almost would have steal, and finally had to steal, and DeJounte will just take it to the hole himself and throws it down with 2 hands. He had Bryn Forbes there and said, nope, I worked for this steal. I'm scoring this one. I can't blame him. 13-point game, 6:45 to go. Curry guarded by Jakob Poeltl. That's not what I want to see at all. Curry drives, and a bad pass may have been he actually threw the ball off one of the Spurs' legs, so unfortunate for the Spurs, that'll be a kickball. Yeah, Seattle Supersonics, I miss them. Oh, sorry, Blue City. That was when I first started this channel. I called that playoff series, and I went nuts because that was just a basketball moment. But no, I'm sorry, I'll not talk about it anymore. Embiid's back in the game, not good for the Spurs. Danny Green throws it up, and no good. Embiid with the offensive putback, that's good. I don't know how many points Embiid has, but he's got to be over 30 by now. Way over 30. I don't know. Feels like he's got 40. 6 minutes to go in the game, and DeJounte's going to almost get pickpocketed. Now we're going to have a whistle. And Embiid down again, but back up again. Two Hornets was a waste way. I hate seeing Tony Parker's stats with that. What's up, Ian from the Philippines? I don't have an NHL team, Blue City. I uh, I used to like the NHL in the 90s and played NHL 93 and NHL 95 on my Sega Genesis, the golden era of gaming, I guess, or maybe that's silver. Gold would be the 80s. I don't know. And then when the NHL, I wasn't a big NHL. Wow, Seth Curry actually is limping, so he gets hurt. I didn't see what happened to him. I saw Embiid go down. I didn't see Curry go down, but Seth Curry is hopping off the court. Looks like he's coming out of the game for maybe a tweak of the ankle. But I like the NHL. I was a casual fan. I didn't really have a team. I would watch like the NHL finals, and then they had the strike in what 99 or 2000. I just completely lost interest. Now the first year of this channel, I did call the NHL finals and I enjoyed it. The St. Louis Blues versus the Bruins, and I was rooting for the Blues and they won when it was actually a really good series. But then I haven't watched hockey since. I haven't watched hockey in 2.5+ years. Basketball benefit from more defense. I mean, the 90s are my favorite era of the NBA, and they definitely played defense in the 90s. I don't know when the switch was when they stopped playing defense. I'm not sure. I really don't know. Bucks are blowing out the Nets, really? We definitely cannot afford any injuries. Go Spurs, go. The Spurs are down tons of players, not because of injuries, but because of health and safety. There's tons of guys are in that right now. 3 of our starters, which is a lot to overcome. Oh, all right. Thank you, Puerto Rico. DJ's got 20. I didn't realize DeJounte Murray had 27 and Embiid has 31. So DJ could go for 30 tonight. I'm going to pull up his career. I think DeJounte's career high is 29, which is weird. You think he would have gone for 30 at some point, but I don't think he has. So I'm checking Basketball Reference right now. His career high is 29. Actually, if you look at his whole 5-year career, 6 years in the NBA, but he missed a year, torn ACL. His rookie season, 24, then 23, then 25, then 29, then 29. DeJounte Murray has never scored 30 points in a game. Huh. His career high in rebounds is 17, career high in assists is 15, and career high in steals is 8. Wow. Can he get 30 tonight? I mean, that'd be cool. If the Spurs can't win, I mean, we could have this player, have a little set a personal goal. Oh, part-time Spurs just went in there, 29. About 6 minutes, Zachary. Don't have an MLS team. I do follow the United States Women's National Team when it comes to soccer, football. Although to be transparent, and I am always transparent with you guys, I probably talk too much about this channel, like when I'm unhappy with, the views are down because the team's losing, blah, blah, blah. But I'm transparent. It is what it is. I am who I am. I'm a U.S. Women's National Team fan, but put an asterisk on there. I'm more of a Kristen Press fan, and that's why I watch the team. She hasn't been playing, so I haven't been watching the team. And now they're showing this half the game was literally right there, about 20% of the size of my TV. I couldn't even see what was happening. Embiid with the ball, slips, and he loses the ball to DeJounte Murray with the steal, off and running one-on-one into the paint. All sorts of all over the place, misses the shot. Primo with the putback, can't get it. The Spurs got 4 guys under the hoop. Jakob Poeltl finally comes away with it, and it's going to be poked out of bounds. How do you not score 4 guys under the rim and they have 2? Somebody House built this team prior via purposely tanking 5 years in a row. Yeah. And it's Sixers ball. I didn't see what happened. I was looking at the chat. Nope. 5:25 to go. No timeout. KDB with some nice defense almost causes a turnover. It'll go back to the Sixers, and Curry's back in the game. So whatever injury he sustained, he walked off, which is good. I agree, Ronnie. I mean, he needs it. He's going to make a lot of mistakes as a rookie. A 19-year-old rookie at that. Primo on Curry right now. Curry one-on-one. Pick and roll. Curry pulls up. And the jumper is no good. KBD with the rebound. Actually, Spurs have their entire starting lineup there. I don't think I like Bryn as a starter. Didn't like him 2 years ago. I don't like him this year. KBD fakes the 3 off into the paint. The runner is good. Spurs sticking around, but they're running out of time with 5 minutes to go. 16 and 5 minutes. Well, we got to stop them from scoring, though, Anthony. What's up, Speedy Blue? Embiid whips a pass right at Tobias Harris. He 100 miles an hour. Harris cannot catch it. It goes out of bounds. Embiid threading the needle with way too much gusto on that. And DeJounte Murray will bring it up for San Antonio. The clock is ticking, though, with 4:35 to go. KBD open for three. Pulls it down, gets it to Bryn Forbes. Forbes pick and roll with Jakob Poeltl. Now picks up the dribble and is stuck. Drops it off to DeJounte. DeJounte driving baseline. Throws up the layup. No good. And no foul. Wanted the foul. Not going to get it. Embiid will bring it up for the Sixers. Takes it at Primo. Throws it up off the... just throws up an air ball. All right. Nice job by Josh Primo. Primo going to launch a three. That's a total brick. Harris back the other way. Passes it out to Danny Green. Green for three. That shows you how it's done. That could be the dagger. I'll be here till the end with 3:52 to go, but that one hurts. They do have a Charlie Brown. Damn Forbes. I feel bad for Boston. Some are calling it pulling a Spurs. Tyler Johnson has played. He hasn't done anything. I don't remember one darn thing he did, except I was talking for a minute about we have two Johnsons on our team and a Kaycock. True story. David, you might be right. He probably doesn't trust these guys. He is trying to do the hero ball thing a little bit because, I mean, I get it, but what's up, Andrew? Thank you for stopping in. Rough night. My Spurs are down by 16, and half the roster's out due to health and safety. But I'm still here rooting for my team. Yeah. It's Rich, which is fine. Juan, there is 4 minutes and some change left. They are showing fans dancing. They're not showing the game clock. But I appreciate everybody hanging out tonight. Thank you for supporting the channel. I would trade Bryn Forbes. I think a contender could use him. He is firepower off the bench. I don't know why he came back to San Antonio. I know we need three-point shooting, but he doesn't fit our long-term plans at all. I like Bryn. He actually seems like a good dude, but just not what we need. What's he been doing? Not much. I can tell you that much. Boy, Rico. It's like when we see Trey Jones and Forbes out there, I hate seeing them on the floor at the same time as they're both 6'2" and under. And be the first Sixer since Allen Iverson to score 30-plus points per game in 6 games in a row. Practice. Talk about practice. Actually, there's under 4 minutes to go, 3:45. And the G League roster is in. Pop has waved the towel. Pop has waved the towel on this game. There's some players in there I don't recognize for the Spurs right now. But I recognize my Kaycock with the reverse layup. I'm sorry, there's Spurs I don't recognize. They signed a bunch of guys to 10-day contracts recently, and I don't recognize these. I don't know these dudes. I seriously don't. Oh, well. Thank you, Anthony. I appreciate that. Primo's a scrub. John, how old are you? Just out of curiosity, because that's a 18-year-old that made the NBA, which is a hell of a lot more than I've ever done in my life, and I'm guessing it's more than you ever accomplished. So I have a little respect on Primo's name, who's still a rookie and a teenager. It is Sixers ball. They still have most of their starters in there, and Thibault is going to throw it in and one. Yeah, it's Kaycock time. That old nasty old Kaycock in the paint. Then he'll throw it in the taint. I don't know. I'm just... Whatever. Yeah, the 76ers got this one. Congratulations. The Spurs fans are being honest. We probably expected the 76ers to win. We're missing half our roster and don't want to use it as an excuse, but it doesn't set you up in a good place to win. And the Sixers have one of the best big men in the league with Joel Embiid. We don't have anything to combat that. Yeah, taint, you know. Oh, I did, Anthony. That's a missed layup by some dude wearing yellow shoes for the Spurs, number 16. I think that's Morris. Is that Jalen Morris, 16? And B, leaving the floor. I hope he didn't get hurt again. He is so freaking fragile. Seth Curry drives into the paint. Nice bounce pass to Andre Drummond, and he'll throw it down hard with two hands. He makes more. Yeah, Puerto Rico, he's probably doing okay financially. There you go, but finest. All hero, no cape. How about that's in your Knicks comeback? I didn't see the Knicks comeback. I keep hearing about it. Time I see him be interesting pictures for crying face. Morris to 16. Thank you, Puerto Rico. Yeah, Primo's not here to help us win now. He's here to help us win in the future. To expect this guy to go out there and shoot 50% and drop 20 when he's a 19-year-old rookie that's making his first start is raising the bar a little high. I mean, I'm optimistic, and I would love to see him go off for 20, but it's not likely. And now the Sixers are pulling in a bunch of guys I don't recognize. So I'll be doing a lot of I don't know who that is for both teams, more than likely. Drew Eubanks is in there for the Spurs. I know who that is. He's got the ball now, gets it over to Joe Mama. Joe Mama looking to get it to Jalen Morris. 2 on the shot clock. Morris is just going to launch a long 3, back rim, no good. And it'll be Sixers ball. 2 minutes to go. Kiddo, I'm not complaining. I know he's going to make mistakes. It sucks to see him struggle. I just know it's going to happen. That pull-up 3 is no good, and who's 35 for the Spurs? I don't know. He takes a 3. No good. Sixers ball. Hey, what's up, Cruz? Thank you for stopping in. Jorling Chung, what's up? Thank you for stopping in. Tough game for our Spurs tonight. Kind of the result we expected if you're being realistic, but that's a missed layup in the paint, and we're going to have the ball go out of bounds as Kaycock can't pull it in. And I think that's staying with the Sixers. 1:20 to go, and I don't know who most of these guys are for either team. I recognize Charlie Brown because he's got the yellow hair. Joe Mom, yo Mom. Whoa, whoa, whoa. 35 is Lamb, is he? Is CeeDee Lamb out there? Cowboys wide receiver playing for the Spurs now? That's cool. I mean, 2-sport talent. Bo Jackson, Deion Sanders. Drew Eubanks, jump hook, no good, and a foul. 1:09 to go, he'll go to the line for 2. The Spurs signed, I think, 3 players to 10-day contracts in the last week. So I don't know who a lot of these guys are. Lamb is 35. And my apologies, I usually know everybody on the roster. Now I don't. I really don't, because we've had so many guys go out and now come in, and I don't know. I'll be back. He will be next week, hopefully. 3 starters out tonight for the Spurs. 3. 60% of your starting lineup not being there does not equate to a lot of wins. And Devin being out, one of our best, easily one of our best defensive players off the bench. I'm very curious to see, by the way, how Bryn Forbes shot for the night. I feel like he had a dud night, and I did not want him to start, but I don't really know who you do. Butterfly, do good. Yep, we had a Kaycock, we had a Jacques, we had a Johnson. We got all the private parts out there for the Spurs tonight. That just happened. Number 5, still alive at the free throw line for the Sixers. First free throw is good. I don't know who this is at all. Brick Forbes tonight, unfortunately, yes. Giants GM? Me? Bad Dog Sports? The Entertainer Talking Sports? Any of us besides Dave Gettleman? Another whistle. Why are the whistles in garbage time? There's 55 seconds left. Just swallow your whistles. Tyler Johnson played. That was the Johnson. We didn't have this Johnson. This Johnson's out, but that Johnson's in. More than likely, I don't think we'll see both Johnsons in at the same time. I agree, Brian. I don't think we have any Peters out there or Richards. That free throw is no good. Spurs at the line for 2. I don't even know who that is. That Jalen Morris? Yeah, it is Morris. Makes that free throw. Can the Spurs get to 100 at least? 53 seconds to go. Primo started Jorling. He made some mistakes. His shot was off tonight. And number 50, not David Robinson for the Sixers, misses a shot. Forbes, 31 minutes, 7 points, 3 of 14. Why is he playing so much? Because he's a vet? Drew Eubanks in the paint. Jump hook gets rejected. Kaycock gets it back, throws it up. No good. Kaycock fighting for the ball. And the Sixers will get it back. They have a fast break. And they get the layup just to sting a little more. 31 minutes for Forbes. Does not equate to winning either. Spurs ball. 14 seconds left. Joe Mama for three. No good. And he's fouled. So Joe Mama to go to the line for three. So unless he's the worst free throw shooter in the Acapulco, the Spurs will get to 100. Yeah, Bryn Forbes should not have gotten... Nothing against Bryn. Again, I'm rooting for him. He's a Spur. I'm rooting for him. But when his offense is not working, and it clearly was not working tonight, he's generally a defensive liability. So NBA champion Bryn Forbes should not be out there that much. The problem is, who else do you put out there? Who do we start instead of Bryn Forbes? Lonnie, I guess, Sunday. Lonnie. I'd rather start Lonnie over Bryn. Also gives us more size if Lonnie's out there, and more athleticism. He's missed the first two free throws. Oh my gosh, Joe Wieskamp has missed the first two free throws. He made the third one. Apparently Sixers fans were going to get free food if he missed the third one. That's going to be the game. The Sixers are going to win 119 to 100 as they're going to dribble it out. Joe Wieskamp, 1 of 3 from the line. Wow, I almost thought he was going to miss the last one. Oh, Joe Mama. Yeah, it's hopefully Lonnie over Brins. Brins. Let's pull up some final game stats. If you guys are going to leave in, please hit the thumbs up on the way up. It does help the channel. This is kind of, we got to be honest, this is how we thought it would play out tonight. Sixers, look at that starting lineup. Thibault, 12. Harris, 23. Embiid, 31 and 12. And 7. Korkmaz, 7. Curry with 23. The Sixers had 3 of their starters with 23 points or more. That is ridiculous. Off the bench, Green 6, Niang 5, Charlie Brown with 3, Drummond 5, Powell 2, Key with 0, Bassey with 0, Henry with 2. These guys are. Long game. Yeah, it is, Anthony. It is. Congrats to 76ers fans, by the way. David, Thad, and Bryn probably, if there's any takers. For the Spurs, Primo with 9. Actually, despite the foul trouble, he actually shot fairly well. He shot 4 of 7. So he didn't actually have that bad of a game. KBD with 9. Pirtle with 17. Forbes with 7, but he shot 3 of 14 from the field. 1 of 7 from beyond the arc. That's just not going to cut it. No. Murray had 27. Couldn't get to that career high. He was 10 of 23 from the field. Definitely looked like he was trying to do too much, as evidenced by his 6 turnovers. He did have 3 steals, but 6 turnovers for DJ. He usually does not turn the ball over that much. Usually he's more around 2 turnovers a game. That's definitely an off game for him. Off the bench, Drew Eubanks with 6, Lonnie with 13, Joe Mama with 1. He went 1 of 3 from the line. Landale with 8, Tyler Johnson with 0, Kaycock with a solid 2, Morris with 1, and Lamb with 0. When is Zach Collins coming back? Oh my gosh. All right, the Spurs play 5 games next week. Just for a heads up, I'm not calling all 5 games. I'm only calling 3. I plan on doing the Spurs and Knicks on January 10th, the Spurs and Rockets on January 12th, and the Clippers and Spurs on January 15th. Not doing the Nets game on Sunday. That's the last day of football. It's at 12 o'clock. Streaming at 12 was a terrible time to stream for the NBA. And then the Friday night game, I'm going to take that off because I don't want to do a back-to-back Friday night and Saturday night. So, tough loss, but it's always go Spurs go here. Even if I'm doing a little less content, I'll still be watching the team. I just might not be covering all the games. But I'm doing different types, so answer that real quick. I'm doing different parts. I get 2, on my job, I'm taking 2 half-hour lunches now. One's my half hour, and I'm taking my 2 15s together. So, like, my first 15-minute break will be abs. Our first half hour, the second half hour will be lifting weights. And then the next day, the first half hour is running, and then the second half hour is biking. So I'm doing different parts and different exercises. So it's really the equivalent of working out an hour a day, but it's split up into 2 30-minute workouts, but it's different different types of workouts, and I'm 44, and he probably doesn't know this yet, but Bad Dog Fitness was an inspiration to me this year. He did a video on, you know him as Bad Dog Sports. He did a video on how he was 44, not happy with the shape he was in, and lost 37 pounds in 3 months. I'm not trying to lose 37 pounds in 3 months. I would look absolutely anorexic and terrible. But I was like, you know what? I'm the same age, and I'm on a new schedule, and I have nothing to do on my lunches or breaks but to work out. So I might as well rededicate myself. I'm eating healthy. I have no junk food whatsoever in the house, and I feel great. I'm already starting to see a little difference after a week, and I really feel great. I was out today. My workout was 2 doses of 30 minutes of shoveling because we got a ton of snow, which that's a workout. It really is. And I was layered up, so I was sweating my butt off. But I mean, I felt great after. I'm fine after doing it twice. Usually shoveling, my back is sore. I'm exhausted. Feel great. So I mean, having that energy. And this year, I want to put up a video of me dunking, and I'll just call it "White Men Can't Jump" because that's that's what people say, and that's a movie. But I want to put 44-year-old Rich up throwing it down, or 45 if I do it in the summer. But that, yeah, yeah, it's gonna be enough rough week next week. It is, my friends. But you know what? If you love the team, you'll still be rooting for them. If you're like, wait till next season, I'm not watching them anymore, then that's sorry you feel that way. But I'm gonna wrap it up. Y'all enjoy your weekend. I'll be back. I'll be back Monday. Yeah, Monday we play the Knicks. I'll do my recap tomorrow. Enough of you voted for me to do the recap, so it's gonna be tough doing these recaps with so many minutes going to different players. But I'll do my best, and I'll have it up tomorrow, probably between 10:30 and 11. Oh yes, thanks, Ro. Appreciate it. Thank you, Anthony. I'm rooting for me too. Appreciate chilling. If I get a six-pack out of this, I'll definitely do an unshirting video on my channel. Be like, finally, first time in my life. That's probably reaching a little too much, but you never know. Anyway, I'm out, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Until next time, what you gonna do when TSR Sports runs wild on you? Go Spurs!